Right, can you remember everything you just said? Because that's really good.
And we are here looking at the ice hockey varsity match, the most looked forward to of the varsity series in Nottingham's Capital Arena.
That was Chris from NSTV. I'm Billy from Trent TV, and it's going to be big, it's going to be great, and it's going to be one of the most amazing things you'll ever see. I'm not exaggerating when I say that, am I?
You are not exaggerating at all. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. I'm so excited to see the players go on the pitch. I must say that my experience from ice hockey prior to this is from the Disney Classic, The Mighty Ducks. But as we see the crowds from both Trent and Uni of Nottingham pouring into the stadium, I can't even tell you what it feels like in here.
It is such an amazing atmosphere. Remember, we'll be giving you a pre-show, which is going on right now, in fact.
Yeah.
We'll be giving you the live game, we'll be giving you a mid-term show, and we'll be giving you the end show at the end. We've got so many shows for you, more shows than you can shake a stick at.
More shows than you can ever imagine. We've got the under-10s ice hockey match where the little uns get in the little scuffs on the ice. Well, I say little uns, but they can skate better than I could ever dream of.
Same here. But Chris, I do want to ask you one question.
Yes.
Who is going to win tonight?
Uni of Nottingham.
Why did you say that?
I mean, I'm not biased or anything, but statistics show that we are more likely to win because we won last year.
Those are great statistics
now,
there.
Billy, you tell me, who do you think is going to win?
Now, I'm not entirely sure at the moment. I'd love to be biased and give you an opinion like that, but I'm absolutely no idea. It's been so close in the past. Uni of won it last year, won it the year before, but then Trent have won it 2 years before that as well.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be Trent's time again.
Maybe. You know what? I feel terrible now you said that. You've really given me a level-headed response and I've gone straight for the rivalry.
Well, I'm so sorry about that, but hopefully to cheer you up, we have got presenters in social media, we've got presenters out there in the crowd, hope to talk to all the lovely audience members, and of course we've got our commentators over there.
Now you tell me, who do you think is going to be the loudest crowd today? Trent or Uni of Nottingham?
Well, by the sounds of things, both of them are being just as loud as each other.
Yeah,
I can barely hear myself talk.
I'm telling you, I can barely hear you over the sound of the crowd. I'm hoping to see some of our friendly rivalry chants today.
Because I remember you mentioned to me earlier, Chris, you can actually see a few green shirts in the crowd and a few pink shirts in amongst the green shirts.
Yeah, indeed. I'd say this is the start of some friendship. You know what though? I'd love to see what everyone is tweeting in.
I would love to see what everyone's tweeting in. And funny you should mention that because you can tweet us in at Trent_TV and at NST Official by hashtagging NotsVarsity. Remember to contact us, give us your feelings. Who do you think is going to win? What do you think is going to happen?
In fact, I think we should head over to Charlotte and Josh and see what's going on social media.
We should indeed. Over to you, Charlotte and Josh.
Right, well, it seems like people haven't had the chance to tweet in yet.
We have some technical problems at the moment, but don't worry, we're able to fix those all very, very quickly, so please bear with us. Remember that the ice hockey match will be kicking off very, very, very soon. Are you excited, Chris?
I'm absolutely buzzing. Like I said before, my experience with ice hockey is limited to the match I watched live last year from the very booth and from the Disney Classic, the movie The Mighty Ducks. I don't know if anyone's seen that out there. If you have, please tweet in and tell us, because I'm surrounded by people who haven't seen that movie, and it's an absolute must-see. It's heartwarming, it's classic, it's about underdogs coming through to win the league.
I must admit, the noise around here is amazing, man.
Yeah.
I must admit, I've never heard about the film that you've just said. So I have no idea what I'm about, I'm afraid, but I hope I'm going to learn a lot more by watching this match, because it's going to be very, very exciting. I remember last year, it was absolutely amazing. Trent was winning up until the very last moment when Uni of came back with 2 goals and absolutely broke Trent hearts.
Well, you know, Britain loves an underdog, so I think Uni of played to that a bit, waited, let you guys think you had it, and then swooped in right in the last minute.
You sound like an undercover Uni of manager. Are you sure you're not supposed to be down there coaching all the players?
You know what? I just felt like this is where I needed to be today. That was the feeling I had within me. But if I had the chance to go down there and scream things to a glass wall, I would love to.
Speaking of coaching, what would you be saying to those junior players right now if you was in the coach's shoes?
I'll tell you what, I would be telling them to try their best. It's the taking part that counts, but also if they don't win, they're intrinsically letting us down.
They say it's the taking part that counts, but in fact, this is Varsity. It's going to get very, 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 very competitive, is it not?
It can get very competitive. You know what? I'd love to hear from our commentators on our social media. So how about we cut over to those?
Welcome to the Capital FM Arena. Tonight we're set for a massive clash between the two university teams. I'm Ed Bavister, I play for the Nottingham Mavericks C team as a captain and assistant coach. Tonight I'm joined with Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom Norton, I'm a professional ice hockey player for the Peterborough Phantoms. We're all looking really forward to tonight's game, and it should be a fast-paced, physical game of ice hockey tonight.
Many of the fans that are sat here tonight are students from Nottingham and haven't really seen ice hockey before. Tom, what can we expect in sort of your average 60 minutes of ice hockey?
You should be expecting a fast-paced game, lots of hits, lots of shots, and at the end of the day it's coming down to this one game, so guys are going to be diving in front of shots as well, putting their bodies on the line and doing everything they can to win this trophy tonight.
Yeah, it's something we train for all year round. Every ice hockey player that's ever played in Nottingham will know of this university varsity match, and anybody that comes here as an ice hockey player aspires to play. As we saw in warm-ups earlier, a lot of these guys are really nervous. What goes through your head when you go for a big game like this?
No, I mean, obviously you're a bit nervous, but basically once that puck drops, all the nerves kind of drop out of you, and you kind of get motivated and get ready for the game, you know. It's you just kind of have to put the crowd to the back of your mind. I mean, obviously there's 7,000 people watching you tonight, but you have to kind of put the crowd to the back of your mind and just get on with the game and stay focused for the full 60 minutes.
Yeah, it's set to be a really good 60 minutes of physical hockey. You got to remember these guys train together all year round, so a lot of blood boils over during the season. What would be your advice for guys to keep their cool on the ice tonight?
I mean, like I said, it's a one-off game, so penalties are going to cost the team because you don't want to be giving up power plays, especially when guys are going to have their best players out on the ice. So I'd say the best thing you've got to do is try and keep your cool, keep your emotions.
The atmosphere is amazing here.
Your team if you give up a silly penalty.
Yeah, that's something we've seen over the last few years, few really important power play goals. I mean, for us tonight, that might be the difference. These teams are very tightly stacked, and I think it's going to be very hard to say who's going to come through. Trent are looking like the favourites, but what would be your take on it at the moment?
I mean, Trent were the favourites last year, and we all know what happened last year, and when Nottingham Uni came out on top. Like I said, it's coming down to who wants it more, who's willing to win the board battles, who's willing to take a hit to make a play, and who's willing to dive in front of that puck and block a shot. At the end of the day, it's who wants it more on the night.
Well, certainly that we'll find out in about 20 minutes when the puck drops. So the guys are probably sat in the tunnel now, all getting their heads on. Absolutely nervous. You can't compare it. 7,000 people in here, and the atmosphere is just absolutely electric. How does this compare to Panthers?
It's a totally different atmosphere. I mean, a Panthers-Steelers game is unreal. It's so loud. But this is a completely different atmosphere because, I mean, it's a Panthers-Steelers game. It's like 80% Panthers fans, 20% Steelers. When you're doing this, it's half and half. So it's half University of Nottingham, half Trent fans. And it's just so hostile. The fans back and forth.
Thing you have ever seen in your life.
That was quite an amazing performance there. Just getting around on the ice like that, I could do that at that age, and I can't even do it now.
No, you know what, I'll tell you what, you're right, it's a bit of an insult calling them adorable. That was the most graceful, skillful thing
Precisely.
I've seen as a uni student in a while.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Krish. But I was just wondering, a question that's been on my mind for quite some time now. Do you know about the rules of ice hockey?
The rules of ice hockey? You've put me on the spot here because you know exactly what I think about the rules of ice hockey.
I'm so sorry.
Do you want me to give you a rundown of what I think?
Yeah, give me a rundown.
Okay. So there are a handful of players from each team. I'm going to go for the generic handful. They have to hit an object called puck with wooden sticks in efforts to get past a goalie into the net.
You make it sound so exciting.
Yeah?
Well, never mind about that. In the ice hockey pitch, which match will be continuing very soon, there will be 5 players on the pitch, and there will be 1 goaltender whose job it will be to keep that puck out of the net. Hopefully the Trent goaltender will do very well tonight, fingers crossed. We've also got rolling substitutions, players who come on and off whenever they choose to. We've also got an offside, where you're not allowed to hit the ball puck across the certain lines of the pitch. I'm sure the commentators will explain to us later. And also, you're not allowed to hit the puck from one side to the other just like that, because that's called icing.
Yeah, that seems a bit easy if they're allowed to do that. But I'm not even sure whether I can hear myself. I'm not even sure whether I'm here to make things exciting. Because if you guys can hear what the crowd is doing right now, you'll know that the atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. And people are on their feet for our players right now.
The skaters have just come onto the pitch, and they go absolutely wild over there. It is absolutely an amazing atmosphere. And you can hear the commentator who's getting very excited.
You guys are looking absolutely brilliant with that pink. We've got more of a bottle green going on. There we are.
And if you can hear those boos, I'm sure that's for the Union of Nottingham players.
No bias.
No voice. But of course, those players are going to be coming to the pitch very soon to take part in the 2015 Varsity ice hockey match. With Trent 5-1 down in the series at the moment, this is absolutely crucial to Trent to win this, otherwise we will be below the competition altogether at this very early stage.
That is true, I don't know what to say, you're right. But we've got everything to play for at this point. Last time it looked like you guys were winning for the longest time. I'd say, and like you said, Trent has a history of winning this one as well. So I think we're really just going to have to keep an eye on the match and see what's going to go on.
We're going to have to wait and see. Last year, Union of Nottingham won by the narrowest of margins and broke all of Trent's hearts. And the year before that, they've done the same, but Trent won 2 years before that as well. So we're hoping that fortunes change right now and that Trent can get a much needed victory in this Varsity series.
I mean, and you know what they say, third time's a charm, and this is the third time. Might be a charm for you guys, it might be third time lucky for us guys as well.
Exactly.
So we'll see how it goes.
And I have actually got a warning to all those viewers out there, it can actually get very violent, can't it?
It can get very violent indeed. I'm pretty sure there were a couple of scuffs last year. Nothing too brutal or friendly rivalry, but sometimes it can get pretty harsh, can't it?
It can do. I mean, last year, kids were fighting on the pitch, mascots were fighting on the pitch,
They were
and of
indeed.
course players were fighting on the pitch.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to make of it.
And our mascots have already had a little scuffle today, haven't they?
They have indeed.
Yeah.
Who do you think came out on top there?
Well, I mean, physically, the Trent Tiger was literally on top of Union's mascot. So I have to give it to you guys.
I think it's a sign of things to come. As we can see, the players there are just getting ready. They're going to have their opening ceremony very soon.
Ooh, I'm so excited. I might take up ice skating.
Really? How good are you at ice skating?
I mean, I can barely walk on an icy day, but I'm all for learning. I think new skills are very important in terms of self-development, so I think it might be my new hobby.
They are indeed. Since I'm not very good at ice skating myself, maybe at half-time we should go down and have a skate, and maybe improve our skills.
I reckon at half-time we should have a gander.
We should indeed. The players have just been introduced now, and you can hear the roars from the crowd. These players have given so much respect over the years, haven't they?
Oh yeah, they've gained an infinite amount of respect. The amount of hours they've put into training is phenomenal.
They are indeed.
I mean, I suppose the commitment they have towards sports is the commitment we put towards TV, but we're not up at early hours in the morning running around on cold pitches, are we?
We're not indeed. We're in a nice studio, recording using some cameras. It's all very lovely indeed.
Using a bit more of a glamorous stuff.
No. I actually can't really hear you that well at all, because the noise here after the players come on the pitch is deafening up here. I wish you could be here to kind of visualise this noise.
Fantastic, and the Trent players are looking brilliant.
They are indeed. The Union players are just standing there, probably admiring all the Trent players as they ride to the
I mean,
halfway
you do
line.
have a pretty beautifully bright costume going on there, so I wouldn't see why we wouldn't admire it. It is quite fantastic.
And of course, the crowd there are slowly coming in, and we're getting very excited. So we're going to hand over.
Right, so
Oh, we're on again. Right, okay. So we're back here again with the commentary. There's a bit of a confusion there, but we are back. The guys are just getting called out, ready for the national anthem. And again, the noise in here is absolutely phenomenal. There's a big support from both universities, and the Trent team a little bit quiet at the moment. I don't know. What do you think, Tom? Is it fairly stacked, or who's got the bigger crowd?
Honestly, I can't hear us both speak at the moment. It's that loud in here. The crowd are getting right behind each of their teams, and it's so loud in here right now.
So out comes Tom Bradshaw, another guy I've got on my list. Again, had stateside experience, which is really valuable in a team like this, looking for a bit of leadership. He was captain of his team in Florida and led the guys through a successful season. This year he was the 18 captain, and like I said earlier, they had a great season. 36 goal difference over 10 games was quite phenomenal. Unfortunately, they didn't do the same when they went to national championships, and they fell short a little bit. But their league performance this year was absolutely outstanding, and this is set to be the climax of a great season for Mavericks.
Yeah, there's a few other guys on the team, on the Nottingham University team, that you've got to look out for. There's Christy Johnson-Brown. He plays for the ENL2 team, the Nottingham Lions. He's very quick on the ice and got some very good hands and a nice shot on him. There's also Jack Babystock as well, who's a defenceman, a big defenceman who can hit. He's also played at ENL level as well. Simon Bell last year played a big part in the Nottingham Uni team as well, scoring one of the goals. I believe that was off Reece Clark's turnover as well. So he can definitely put the puck in the net as well. So he's one to keep an eye out for.
It's the stuff of nightmares, that turnover, and I've talked to Reece about it before. When you make a mistake like that, what can you really do? There's not much left. There wasn't much time on the clock, and it was fatal. But I'm sure at the moment Reece is having flashbacks and nightmares. So what would you say to him?
I'd just say to Reece that you need to put that to the back of your head, and you need to make sure on the ice that you're making nice strong plays out there. Keep it simple, don't do anything fancy, because a play like that can cost your team a goal and inevitably cost your team a match as well.
So the fans getting loud again, and the players are now lined up and facing each other. We're just going to get ready for the national anthem, and then we'll see the puck drop for a great 20 minutes of the first period. So just briefly before the national anthem, we're just going to touch on the charity series and Varsity overall. This year it's a charity event, and it's absolutely sold out again, so I'm sure there'll be lots of money raised. But it is for a cerebral palsy charity and a support. So a lot of these guys tonight, that will resonate with them on the ice. I mean, playing for a cause is one thing, but playing in front of this crowd as well to top it off, these guys must be absolutely shaking.
Once the guys have settled down into the game, the shaking will stop and they'll be fully focused on the game and getting out there and doing what they can for their team. The nerves will go away.
So guys, can you tell me, what do you think will be the deciding factor tonight? What can win these guys the game?
I think the two goalies are going to be one of the biggest factors. I mean, I hear they both play on the A team. They're both good goalies, so it's going to be down to them to make the big saves at crucial times as well. So it's going to come down to the goalies, I think, to be the difference makers here.
I think for the forwards, a lot of it is going to be getting early shots off and starting to really test these goalies. A big occasion like this, you can sort of lose your nerve a little bit, and if they can get inside the heads of those goalies, you know, maybe that might be the difference tonight. Either that, or it might be the power play or the penalty kill. So now we've got the national anthem, we're just going to go. So that's it for the national anthem, and the guys are just getting ready to huddle in before the puck drops. I mean, with a big atmosphere like that, I think quite a lot of these guys will be speechless. So what would you probably say when you're huddling around this goalie at an event like this?
You just want to get everybody on side, making sure you're all playing together, everyone knows the game plan, and everyone's going to be working for each other at the end of the day. An individual won't win the game tonight, it's going to be a group collective that's going to win the team a game.
And I think that's the important thing. Over the last few years, we've seen some really big names play in this event, and a lot of it is a few of these goals and some of the game sort of winning goals have come on individual performance. I think tonight, talking to the two coaches earlier on in this week, it's been very clear that the gap between the players and the ability has become a lot smaller, and tonight more than ever it's going to be a real team effort to win the game. I mean, it's going to be very, very tight, and I wouldn't expect the team to dominate, but I think overall Trent should be favourites, and if we see them put in a good performance, we should get a win.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that the Trent team are the favourites. I heard the Trent team really have the strong defence, and the Nottingham Uni team has the strong forwards. So we'll see how it goes tonight, but like I said, it's going to be a team collective at the end of the day, not individuals, and everyone's going to have to work for each other and make sure they're all doing what the coaches have told them to do.
I mean, we've got some very high pedigree of coaches tonight. I mean, we've got Lawrence Chell on one bench, Mike Urquhart, I believe his name is, but he's a British Hockey Hall of Famer. He's a guy who's put up 100 points a season, and he's very switched on. As well as that, you've got a player like Reese who's very switched on with his hockey, and he's a very good coach. I mean, I think the standard of hockey, although it's not technically at your level and that professional, I think when we can see some clever coaching, some tactics laid down, I think we'll make for a really interesting game. What sort of setups are you looking for at the back, or sort of power play wise?
I mean, I'm going to imagine that in the defensive zone, teams are going to play like 3-on-3 down low and mark the points. And then, like I said, in the middle, it'll be start off as a 1-2-2 both sides.
So the puck's dropped and Trent have won the face-off. And again, early on, looking very, very scrappy there, with the puck going all the way down to the other end without any play. There's a sloppy pass there coming over from Uniov, and a slash almost.
Yeah, as you can see here, Trent are only just sending the one guy, and then there's two guys in the middle and two guys at the back.
That's it, so the puck's frozen by Betsy, who's covered it, and we'll go for a face-off in the attacking zone. Guys will be looking to get a quick change in now, you know, shake off that jelly legs and get a few more guys involved and settled.
Yeah, I mean, this is that's the first shift out the way for those two lines. Hopefully they'll have the, like you say, the jelly legs out the way. They had an early shot on goal there, Trent. It was a good save by Betsy to freeze the puck, so it's not been a bad start to the game.
And that's it, it's dumped into the Trent's end, and they're going to collect that behind the net and try and break it out. This is a very important part of the game, breaking that puck out of your zone and getting a good setup, so when you go into that attacking zone, you're ready and in a position to get off a shot. It's been dumped in behind the Uniov net. And already got some really early hits going in, some big elbows, some big, you know, big physical game. I think it's going to set the tone for the rest of it already.
No, that's a good play by Simon Bell there. Gets over the red line and dumps it in and chases after it and finishes his hit. That's what the fans want to see.
There we are, and he's gone back, and we've got a little bit of chirping going on there between Barai, one of your boys that you picked out earlier, and Simon Bell. McNaughton's breaking down the right straight into the attacking zone. He's got an early shot off on Betsy. He's done well there just to block it, and now Uniov look like they're going to break out.
That's a good step.
And again, another neutral zone turnover. You know, very unsettled to start off with, just like we predicted, but hopefully as these guys settle in, we'll get a bit more free-flowing hockey for you guys. Right, there's a backhander coming in from wide there.
This is good play by Nottingham Uni. They're keeping the puck down low, working the Nottingham Trent D. As you can see there, someone became free in front of the net from good cycling down low.
Yeah, very good shot in front of net. You know, very aware, and it's been dumped again. Very unsettled. We get an icing call there. For those of you that don't know, icing is when the puck is dumped from behind your half to behind the goal line with nobody touching. Play will go back to the other end and we'll start again. Another chance for guys to get a quick change in.
Now that's why it's important. You always make sure that you get the red line before you dump it. And icing's not a bad play, but it allows the other team to have a face-off in your zone, and you've not been given a line change either. So your tied legs are still out there, and the other team get a fresh set of legs out.
It's being chucked on net very, very quickly here. And I think you can really see that in Trent's philosophy already. Every time they get a puck, they're trying to find a shooting angle to go with.
Now you've got to be taking shots in this game, because if you give up shooting opportunities, that's a goal scoring chance missed.
Another thing to watch is guys playing the puck. A few of these guys, they've let the puck go past and too busy worrying about the man. As it carries on like this, we may see some tempers flare, and the fans might get what they want in form of a good few fights. And it's covered in the crease, and a little bit of scrapping afterwards. As a goalie, it's never nice to be rushed, so it's the D-man's job to get in there and clear them out.
Yeah, the D-man's got to protect his goalie, make sure nobody comes in and takes an extra chop at him or a dig at him, but obviously they've got to be careful as well, and obviously not go too aggressive and give away a penalty.
Again, very important to set that from the start. You don't want to let your goalie get walked over, and you want to make it clear what your intentions are. Again,
both teams here have gone back and forth and kind of mirrored each other how they've started. Here's Simon Bell over the blue line. Oh, he's turned it over. That's one of the areas that I was talking about. You can't turn the puck over. You've got to be careful, because a scoring chance like that can happen.
Very good glove side shot there coming in on Betsy, and he's done well to cover that. Again, every time that goalie's getting the puck, we're having a bit of a push and a shove out in front of net. And it's very clear, very, very clear what the agenda is tonight. The crowd is absolutely phenomenal. Struggled to hear the whistle being on that ice.
That was a good face-off win there, just the D-man wasn't in the right position there to collect the puck. So Trent will have to go all the way back and break back out now. It's a good pass by Reece Clark, bit of a mishandle.
Simon Mason, unfortunately there, just couldn't bring it under control. It was about 2 or 3 paces out in front, and it would have set him going, but he just couldn't get a hold of it. A bit of offensive pressure coming in now from the Uniov team. They're looking to get a little bit set up, and nice bit of pressure. Shot that's just come off the skate of Watson, gone in on net, but the puck's been frozen, and that'll be a no-goal. Whistle was gone long before that crossed the line.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Once the whistle was blown, the puck's dead. It can't go in the net after the whistle's been blown. But that's a good play by the Union of Nottingham, working the puck down low. I think they'll find a lot of success if they keep doing that tonight.
And it's locked up in the slot there. Guys battling out for it. There's no real sort of structure at the moment, and I think both teams are really, really trying to find where they are.
Now this looks like one of the big lines for Nottingham Uni as well. Bradshaw, Bell and Atkinson out on the ice. They've got Christy Johnson-Brown in defence and Puller as well. So this line will have to be
a very good technical player, yeah.
So expect to see this line out quite a bit. I think that's the first penalty called of the game, is it? No.
Bit of confusion there between the refs. And again, puck just getting thrown on Betsy really early. Just testing him, making sure he's going to be switched on tonight. And again, very physical here.
That's what you've got to do. You've got to win your battles along the board, and Simon Bell did very well there. It's a great play to the front of the net. Now this is definitely Nottingham Uni's top line by the looks of things. They're going to cause Trent University some problems, but I'm sure that Trent have got a line to answer back with right now.
Well, they started off well and they've won a good few face-offs and had a bit of pressure at the Uni of end. But tables have turned a little bit and it's starting to look like Uni of have started to settle and just sort of play how they want to play. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes on. Just going to touch on one of the players there, Robin Munnin, one of the only girls to be playing in this event. And we've got a turnover and it's broken down the left-hand side of the net, followed by a very big hit from Uni of. And it's pinned in at the boards. That's it, big shot.
Betsy's doing very well at the moment. He's covering everything right now, holding on to it. But it looks like a penalty's just been called there on Joseph Steeples. He's come in after the whistle's been blown and gone through the keeper. Like you said, Nottingham Trent have been doing that after the whistle, making sure they've been going in on the keeper, and looks like the referee's had enough of that right now. And he's helped out the Nottingham Uni goalie.
So Steeples is going to sit 2 minutes and cool off a little bit. Again, one of these big guys that likes to show he's on the ice, and you do know he's there. You do know he's there, a very big guy like that. But to be taking penalties this early, it's not really where you want to be, especially with a game of this calibre. So he just needs to cool it a little bit, and hopefully the coaches will be batting that into them from the benches.
No, it's a silly penalty to take, especially 5 minutes in. Like I said, Nottingham Uni have got their big line out now of Atkinson, Bell, Babystock, Christy Johnson, Brown and Bradshaw, so they'll be looking to try and score on this man advantage right now. Bell's got the puck down low and they're just trying to get set up. Well, that was not a bad play back door.
And they are looking well set up. They're looking a little bit frantic, still trying to find their feet, but they've managed to pin it in for a short while.
Oh, here we go.
And another really early shot off on Betsy, and he's done well again to cover that.
No, he's holding on to the puck very, very well, not letting out any rebounds at all. He's had a good start to the game. Not quite the power play Nottingham Uni were wanting there to start off the game. Little bit sloppy, but I'm sure they've got another minute 20 left, so they'll be looking to get set up now if they get a line out on the ice.
Yeah, a little bit slow there, maybe just to sort of break it down a little bit and settle, probably do them some good. And a bit of confusion on even who's taking the face-off, so I don't know. Hopefully as it settles down a little bit, we might see some better hockey, but at the moment it's looking very scrappy and unsettled, so it'll be interesting.
It's a good play by Uni of. They've got it now set up in the zone. Hopefully they'll get something going. Working the puck down low to get some shots from the point now. It's not a bad effort, looking for the tip in front of the net.
And Watson does well to keep that in before having a hit finished on him, and a good solid hit just to let him know he's there.
Here you go now. Nottingham Uni got this puck set up now. Working it up the half boards. Working it back down low. Trying to get it back to the front of the net. Puck scramble in front of the net. No one can see it.
Referees jumped in and called that early there, just to prevent any hassle. But the Trent guys, they look really well set up with a big box in front of the net, and I think that's really important going forward for them on this power penalty kill.
Yeah, I think Trent really, I mean, the simplest way to penalty kill is just keep your box nice and tight. 2 at the back, 2 at the top. Make sure that you're getting the shot lanes and you're blocking shots. Don't move around too much. Make sure you're covering the guys in the slot.
And that's it. It's dumped out of the zone by Trent, who maybe looks to get a line change in here and some fresh legs, but...
There goes Christy Johnson Brown now. He'll get his legs going and moving up the ice.
Went
for the long pass. And they're the kind of passes really that, you know, when they come off they can create a real good play, but
And we've got a very big centralised hit there on Mullin, and completely finished there. It was a good hit.
Nottingham Uni answer back with a hit of their own though and regain the puck. 10 seconds left on this power play for Nottingham Uni.
Really important to get your head up when you receive that puck centralised. As Robin Mullin just learnt there, if you don't get your head up, you're very susceptible to a big hospital hit. And certainly got the fans going, and maybe living up to the reputation of hockey that they all came here expecting this evening. Yeah. Steeves is back on the ice, and Trent go back to full strength, so hopefully we'll see them settle. Connor McNaughton has just picked it up and he's broken it straight back into the attacking zone, and again a really early shot on Betsy.
Yeah, it's never a bad play just to chip it into the goalie, get yourself a face-off in the zone and get set up. No, it's been a good first 8 minutes, lots of chances already, some nice hits, some good shots. So if it continues.
We certainly are in for a treat, and the 7,000 or 8,000 people that are in here are absolutely loving it. We've got cheerleaders down here as well. There's no short of entertainment going on. Bit of a line change going on and another face-off. The players have just looked to get settled.
What you see here is you see Nottingham Trent have got 2 players lined up inside the face-off, and they're looking to win it back to that D-man and then both go to the front of the net, looking for a rebound or a bit of a scrappy goal. It's not a bad play.
No, a very early shot coming in nice and high. Again, just leaves them up in that attacking zone and keeps their ground for a little while.
Now, Trent will be looking to number 32, Peter Burai, the whole night. Played alongside him in Peterborough. He was one of the young prospects that was there. He's a very good player, can shoot.
Oh! And we've had a shot ricochet there out of the Nottingham Trent goalie. Very, very quickly swept up by the D. And it's gone back down to the uni of sort of goal line. And again, another big hit. The agenda really has been set by these guys, and it's looking like a real physical test.
Nottingham Uni just looking to break out. They were just having a quick line change. That was a good play by the D-man there, giving them time to change. Nice D-to-D pass by Trent there. A nice play up the boards. That's a nice switch. Oh!
And then it comes into the slot to Rathbone, who's got a really early shot off on Betts. And another great save by Betts. Looking very solid early on, and we hope this continues.
Now that was a lovely play by Nottingham Trent there. Nice play along the boards, a nice switch just before they entered the zone to confuse the defence. It was a nice play.
A little bit more pressure from Trent. It's been a bit back and forth, and I'd say most of the weight has gone on Betsy's shoulders for the moment. He's had a lot of shots thrown at him, and I mean, going through his head right now, he must be very happy with himself because he's done very well, and he's been rushed a lot of times. And his defence have backed him up, and he's in a very good position to carry on in this game.
Yeah, he's definitely been the more busy of the 2 keepers to start off with, but he's been very, very, very well to start off the game.
And again, there's a slash there coming in from Steeples.
Good play by Christy Johnson-Brown there to get the puck in the zone. Trent will now set up. Now both teams have been breaking out pretty well, to be honest.
There's a bit of handling going on there. He's tried the fancy. Like you said earlier, it's not going to be an individual effort. You really need to be looking to shift that puck, especially when you've carried it from so deep.
Yeah, it's a bad area to turn the puck over on your on the defensive blue line, because the other team can just grab it and go back the other way. Line changes happening right now. Nottingham Uni getting some fresh legs out there. Nice breakout by Nottingham Trent.
McNaughton's picked it up with a bit of pace there, and again just throwing an early shot on Betsy. I think it's really been drilled into this Trent team that they've just got to hassle Betsy the whole night and get some good shots off of him.
I think Betsy's pretty used from that angle now. There must have been about 5 or 10 shots now from that exact same angle.
His leg pads are certainly getting it working out. He's been hitting that same spot a good couple of times. They can throw shots on from that distance all night, and Betsy, if he carries on playing how he is, will quite comfortably sit and control them. So it'll be interesting to see how they change where they're going from.
So here's Nottingham Uni dumping the puck in the zone. Bell picking it up and cycling it back down to Atkinson. Working up the board, takes a hit, but managed to keep hold of it and moves it back up to Glover, who shoots the puck on net just wide.
Kept in the zone. And again, Trent will look to break it out with a little bit of offensive pressure. Kirkland Evans has got it there out on the right-hand wing and tried to get the shot off early, but it's gone by the leg pad of a defender. And he's done very well to get out in front and screen Betsy and cause those D a nightmare.
Yeah, that was a good block by, I think it was Glover, got his leg in the way. It's stuff like that that's going to win you a game, blocking shots like that, stopping scoring opportunities.
Seeing some very good physical hockey here. There's been a lot of hits that have been finished, and guys certainly know where they are at the moment, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's something that you're taught at hockey. Always finish your hit. Especially in a game like this, it can wear teams down. It's a big shot by Babystock and a big save.
And again, another real big hit there.
The guys are really throwing the body right now. It's good the referees are letting the game flow at the moment.
It gives the chance for these supporters who very rarely get out and see hockey to see a good free-flowing game.
And there's a puck into the stands. Now the puck does sometimes shoot out of play.
Just a moment or two for the guys to settle again. I mean, we've got 8:25 left on the period, and it really is anyone's game. Betsy's dealt with a lot of early shots and looks to take most of the business. But by no means have Uni of Nottingham not been sort of attacking. They've had the odd shot come in from the slot, which maybe pose more threat than the early shots.
There goes Peter Borai. He shoots, big save by Betts.
And Betsy's made a big save, and it's gone back to the slot.
And he's back in front again. I told you this guy. Oh!
And we've got a penalty there being called.
That was a good shift there by Peter Borai there. Took the puck from his own zone, went down, big shot on the net, and it looks like it's going to be a bit of a cross-checking call there, maybe a hit from behind.
Yes, that's silly from Rob Puller. He could have been called for a number of penalties there. The guy was facing the boards and he's just gone in with a really stern push to the back. By all means, you have to let them know you're there, but it's a silly time to be taking a penalty, especially after the prolonged period of pressure Trent have been putting on.
Now this will be a big...
And there's a rebound in the crease, and Betts has managed to scramble back and make a very, very good save. Betts is having an outstanding game.
He's playing really, really well up to here. No, this is Nottingham Trent's time now to go on the power play and show what they can do, really. You saw that they moved the puck very efficiently across the top there from D to D and got a shot from the point. You've got Ryan Rathbone in front of the net screening the goalie. It's a big shot and another big save by Betsy.
And the University.
Here goes McNaughton down the wing. He cuts into the middle. Trent now getting set up. You can see Nottingham Uni keeping a nice tight box, getting in the shot lanes.
There's a good screen there being put on by McNaughton, and he's very nearly caused some grief there to Betsy. Looking a little bit settled, and we've just seen a glove be shot off a hand there.
And Betsy sees it again. Peter Borai is getting a little bit frustrated now. He's taken quite a few shots now. Betsy's came up with the answer at Nottingham Trent and go and play a little bit of time in their zone.
Yeah, although they've managed to keep it up in the attacking zone, we haven't really seen anything cause too much problem. Yeah, there's a big shot there to the shin, and that's even with your leg pads on, that's going to cause you a bit of pain.
Like I said earlier, that's what it takes to win the game, and Bradshaw made sure he was in the shot lane and took it right in the ankles. Yeah, again you can see him fronting up the shot, and another block as well. That's huge.
These guys are giving it their all. You can really see it's a physical game, and a lot of them throwing their body in front of the puck. Players really putting it all on the line. Like I said, this is the biggest event of the year for these guys, and for some of them probably their biggest hockey match in their lives. So we're going to see this the whole match through, guys just putting their bodies on the line, and it real sort of being edge of seat stuff. There's a big hit there coming, and you can hear the fans, they absolutely love that.
Now that was good tracking back there by Christy Johnson-Brown. Came in and a good hit on the shoulder. So Nottingham Uni have got their top line back out on the ice. Oh,
and there we are, and now we've got a breakaway, it's Mullen.
That was a great stick by Peter Borai. He got back.
Very quickly shut down. We got Puller back on the ice after his penalty, and he's unfortunately looked up and made a very, very risky sort of breakout pass, and it's not been picked up, and it's turned over to Trent.
Oh, here they go now.
And again, Mullen's got a 3-on-1 here, and she's got an early shot off, but she's just gone wide. She had two options there, but I guess it's time just to get a few shots on the Trent goalie. Puller with a great pass through to Watson there, and he's got good hands on him. He's very good at holding the puck. He's a big guy, he can handle himself on the ice. And he's chucked it into the slot, and there's been a bit of a scramble.
Oh,
and we've got a goal there from Uni of.
That all came from Watson working the puck down low. Puck gets thrown in front of the net, and that was a goal from Alex Shatopoulos, I believe. Forgive me if I pronounced it wrong, but that's a goal from number 23. That was a good passage of play from Nottingham Uni. They got the puck down low, they worked it, and got the puck to the front of the net. Betsy there, getting the crowd on side. He's been huge to start off the game and kept them in the game at the moment.
So that's all it takes is one little scrap in front of the goal, and a goalie like Ethan Porter can be made to look silly with a 5-hole goal there. Straight through his legs, and it's one of those unfortunate goals that you just have to shake your head at and move on. I mean, what would be going through your head now if you were the Trent guys?
The Trent guys need to remember that there's still 45 minutes left in the game. There's a lot of time, it's only the first goal. They need to put that behind them and get back to work, because they've put Nottingham Uni under some real pressure. They've got to keep doing what they're doing. But if Betsy keeps answering back like he does, it's going to be a tough night for the Nottingham Trent shooters.
I mean, you saw the look on Betsy's face when he saw that go in. He was celebrating himself. Although he's had a lot of the shots going on him and been very tested early on. Just one mistake at the other end really can make a difference, as it's shown. And at the moment, Nottingham are holding a 1-goal lead.
There you go, you see Nottingham Trent answering right back there with a shot on Betsy's pad. It kicked out a rebound, and Ryan Rathbone was nearly on the end of it. Again, here we go now, Nottingham Trent working the puck down low.
There we are, it's a good pass into the slot, but it's just come off his skate. You really need to be making these passes to the tape and not the...
2-on-1 now, Bradshaw and Bell.
And it's another goal! Another goal, and a great finish as well, very, very calm.
That's a goal from Bradshaw there. There was a turnover on the Nottingham Uni blue line by Nottingham Trent, and they've got the puck there on a 2-on-1. The D-man there did the right thing for Nottingham Trent. He took away the pass, but Bradshaw seemed to find space on Nottingham Trent's goalie's short side and slide it home. Great finish.
Very calm from them, very good on the counter-attack, just a turned over puck. That's 2 unanswered goals now, and it's really important that Trent need to get something in or do a little bit of damage before we go into this first period break.
Yeah, that's the big thing now. That was not the response that Trent would have been wanting from that first goal. So they've got to try and now put it right and maybe try and go after something for the end of this period. Because a goal now at the end of this period will make a lot of difference to the scoreline and hopefully give them Nottingham Trent some momentum. Nottingham Trent fans gone very, very quiet now.
Yeah, the back and forth has died down a little bit, which means they're all concentrating on the hockey. Both teams are sort of getting set up and now really starting to enjoy it. We've still got the physicality of it all, but we're starting to see some real good systems and some real nice passes coming off.
As you can see, Nottingham Trent have had a lot more of the chances, but a lot of their shots have been from the outside. So they've not really caused much of a problem for the Nottingham Uni defence or the goalie. As you can see with the Nottingham Uni shots, they've been a lot more from inside in the slot, in the slot you'd call it, in the house, and you stand a lot more chance of scoring a goal from there.
That's a puck to the back of the leg there for Simon Machin. There's no pad in there, and that's going to be a very sore one.
About 2.5 minutes left to this period now. Trent will be wanting to make sure they close out the period really at 2-0, maybe try and sneak one, and obviously Uni of just need to kind of keep what they're doing. Don't change a thing.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these guys line up coming out for the second period.
That's a great play.
They have got some wisdom on their bench and some very good coaches. So hopefully they can incite a bit of motivation for these guys to come out and really, really start causing Betsy some problems.
Now, like I said, there's still 40 minutes to go. I'm sure Nottingham Trent have got a plan for if they did go down 2 goals, so they'll be looking to answer back. But at the moment, Nottingham Uni have got them penned in their zone and they're not getting out.
And Machin's not able to control that there. He'll let that run and make a line change.
Turnover.
And there's a turnover.
That's a huge save by Betsy.
Absolutely unbelievable save by Betsy there. He's gone in and he's tried to move him. He's faked the shot, and Betsy's actually managed to slide over and completely close down that angle. So another good job there for Bets.
It looked like there was just a little bit of a mishandle there from the Nottingham Uni defence, but Betsy's bailed him out there. Dig in front. That's
And
a
again.
huge glove save, and a stick save by Betsy. Oh my!
And
Three fantastic saves that any goalkeeper would be impressed with at any level there. Scrambling across to his left, getting the glove down and then using the stick.
Not one, not two, but three incredible saves there. And again, it really just to show that you have to put your whole body on the line. And Betsy, even when he went in to cover that, was taking a lot of stick there for some Trent guys rushing the net. And there were a few words exchanged after, so Betsy can take that one and put that in the book, because that was a highlight reel save.
Oh, huge save, huge save. And that's massive for Nottingham Uni. That'll give them some momentum as well, knowing their goalie's doing that for them. But they're chances that Nottingham Trent need to put away. Here goes Leon down the wing, tries to slide it in front.
And it's gone empty. Betsy's not quite been able to control that, and he's lost it a little bit, but he's got it on the rebound. It doesn't look very happy. He's been crashed again on the net, and if I was Betsy, I'd be telling my D-man to back their ideas up, because that's 2 or 3 times now he's got stick.
The biggest thing for Betsy here now is he needs to freeze the puck and just get out of there. There's no need for him to stay in and around his crease and letting them keep annoying him. He just needs to get out of there. The refs can see what they're trying to do. Nottingham Trent know that they've got to start doing this as well, because he's playing really, really well. But this is what will happen now. Nottingham Trent will get punished if they keep coming in on the goalie. There'll be penalties given and the face-offs get moved outside.
So they've got McNaughton.
On the turnover, number 2-on-1 here. It's Atkinson to Bell. And a huge
That
save,
was
there's a
good
rebound. And it's a goal by Christy Johnson-Brown. 3-0 Nottingham Uni.
Well, that's not great at all for the Trent guys. That's another setback just before the period break. And again, they've got a 2-on-1, and it really is a big defensive error there. And the goalie's done really well to save the first shot. Unfortunately, unlike Betsy, he wasn't able to get the rebound, and they've just tucked home. Very calm and collective play from the university there. And they'll certainly be walking into that changing room with smiles on their faces.
No, that's, like I said, there's been a chance at that end there where you've seen Betsy make a big save, and they're the kind of shots that Trent should have been scoring. And you can see then the same thing happens the other way, a rebound, and the goalie doesn't get across and it gets put in the back of the net. Now I'd just like to comment as well, I've been watching Mullins in the face-off circle. I don't think she's lost a draw yet. She's been really strong in the face-off, ripping people's hands off. That's good to see.
Very, very good form by Mullen there. She did take a big hit earlier on, but even as one of the girls on the ice, she's not to be pushed around. She can handle herself very well, and I'll be looking forward to seeing a few big hits later on from her.
So about 45 seconds left in the period now. Nottingham Uni sitting very comfortably, don't need to do anything silly. Again, Trent probably needs to get this period out of the way now and go and regroup in the dressing room.
It really does show that even sometimes you can go in as the favourites, and just 1 or 2 moments of just minor mistakes can really change the game. And that was a massive hit there from Sandy Cleaves in on Watson, giving the boards a good shake, and the fans roaring around.
Now again, a shot from the outside by Trent. I think they've got to try and find a way to get into the house and try and get some more shots from there.
Yeah, that's going to be the difference here, is where they're going to get these shots off from. I mean, all of University of Nottingham shots have come from the centre of the ice, whereas down the other end, being thrown in from very wide. I mean, we've got 20 seconds or just under that now left, and it is really important that Trent can see this out with a bit of composure.
No, it's not the period that Trent would have been wanting here. To go 1 goal down, but then to give up another one and another one was not what they were wanting. And they would not be wanting to go down 3-0 at the end of the first. So, a great first period by Nottingham Uni.
Yeah, some very interesting hockey. Like we predicted, it took them a while to get settled, but very interesting, and we'll be looking forward to this second period and seeing how they line up. We're going to go back over to the guys in the studio, so I'll pass you over now.
What a period of ice hockey that has been so far. The University of Nottingham are up by 3-0. This time last year is Trent up by 3 goals. Who knows what will happen next?
I can barely contain myself. It's some sort of wonderfully inverted form of deja vu, except we're on the happy side this time, and I can't stop smiling. But enough of me. Let's see what you guys have to say from both of our Twitter accounts. I would love to hear from Josh and Charlotte. Let's head over to social media.
Hello, I'm Charlotte and I'm from Trent TV, and here we are at our lovely little social media hub.
I'm back, I'm Josh from NSTV, and what a game it is so far, Charlotte.
Oh wow, it's very intense.
Oh.
And it's 3-0 already.
3-0, I've got to say, it's an exact opposite of the game from last year where it was 3-0 to Trent at this point.
It's fine, they're going to come back afterwards.
I was going to say though, anything can happen,
Yeah,
but as we
it can.
said before, this is the digital hub, this is the interactive part of the broadcast, and we want to hear from you,
indeed.
the viewers. So Charlotte, how can they
We
get in
have
touch?
got 3 different hashtags, any will do. You've got hashtag NotsVarsity, hashtag NotsVarsity 2015, or you've got NotsVarsity15. Any of those, we're getting plenty of tweets from all of you. We've got Cool Cats backstage waiting nervously.
Oh, who are they? Are they the cheerleaders or? Well, they are, bless them. That is, you know what, it's the atmosphere in here is electric. Alternatively, tweet into us at Trent_TV, at NSTV official. We want to hear from you.
Whatever you're feeling, if you're even in the audience, then just do it. But back
Yeah, I can barely contain my maternal instinct, I guess.
I know, they're just such small kids and they're playing such a brutal sport like ice hockey.
They are.
I can't believe it.
I almost feel a bit bad for calling them cute when, like, one of them could take me down in about half a second on the ice.
Yeah,
really wouldn't take much. They look absolutely just so skillful.
They look primed and ready for action.
Yeah. I mean, how old do you reckon they are? When you start skating, if you're already this good at this age?
Yeah. And that's good save there by the goalie. Very much like the Uni of goalie, who had a very, very good game, didn't he?
You're being very nice about us right now, aren't you? But I must say the Uni of goalie has done very well. Not to say anything about the Trent goalie, because it's an absolute, it's an absolute rallying team effort, and you guys are doing brilliantly as well. I'm just glad that we're scoring, I guess.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's all very nice here. They're getting a lot of cheers as well.
Yeah.
I mean, like, these kids are doing very well that's a nice back heel shot there from that kid over there. The kids are doing very well to play it's a very technical sport as well. I mean, we saw some instances in that first period where the guys just simply can't get to the puck in time because it moves so fast around the court, doesn't it?
I mean, there was a point at the end of the first period where I thought Trent were going to get a goal in simply because one of our Uni of players tripped a little bit on the puck. That was a bit scary for me.
I know. There's that one stage as well where the puck went into the audience. And that was quite a scary one, wasn't it?
Absolutely
we're not really getting it in. So how do you feel about that? Yeah, it is a really big shame, but I mean, we're really trying, really pushing for it. And the good thing is that we're not getting knocked down, which is really good. So what do you think, Ryan?
Honestly, in my opinion, I think we just need to go now. I mean, the crowd's behind us. I mean, I like that everyone's dressed up. I mean, we are currently here with a Trent Tiger. So,
Yes, you are.
yes, we are. Even a bit of crowd down there. So, you guys at Ocean after this? Do you think everyone being dressed up has helped along as well?
I think it has, I think it's real devotion to NTU. Devotion.
I think now we just really need the crowd going. I think we really need to get behind the players. So hopefully it will just make our night. Back to you, Josh.
Yeah, we need to be a lot louder. Have you guys been cheering along?
Yes. Trying to save my voice. I've got a big presentation tomorrow, but we're still here supporting them.
Yeah, Varsity's come at a really awkward time, and it's really great to see pretty much the whole stadium packed out with NTU and Uni of Nottingham fans.
Hopefully, if we take the chances,
Difficult.
Well, from here.
I don't think we're going to win.
You don't. Oh.
I bet it'll be close though, like 2-3 or something. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll do all right. I think we should come back. I think
Yes, so this game is so
Oh, these
intense,
tweets
Charlotte.
are really exciting.
Tell us
It
about
really is. Are you allowed to be close to children? Oh, I'm not sure what that one is.
It's because the children are playing on the ring. What's happening?
It's a great picture. I can barely contain my paternal instincts. Wow.
Well,
they're all coming.
It is so
At least we tried, NTU. At least we tried.
Look, as we said before, last year it was Trent were 3-0 up. This year, UON were 3-0 up. Anything can happen, you know.
It can indeed.
University of Nottingham pulled it back last year from 3-0 down to a win, you know. So it's all good.
Yeah.
And this event, you know, it's so intense, aren't you?
It
feeling
is.
this?
Yeah, I love it. I love the view. I love it. Like, you know, the ice hockey, the crowd.
I mean,
all dressed in pink.
absolutely unreal. Like, did you know that the reason why I think this event is so intense is because ice hockey is not actually a buck sport, and both teams are both supported and funded by the university as a joint team, the Mavericks. So this is one of the only opportunities for these teams to compete on such a competitive platform.
Yeah, I know.
And I think, and it's so sad because it's like teammate against teammate in this match, but it's just so competitive.
I know, it literally is. When we came in here, everybody just screams at each other.
Oh
we are the Trent Army.
And uni! Oh my!
I can currently see the lovely pink tops opposite me, so all I can see is Trent. So it's a great view for me.
And I've got to say, I am absolutely loving this screen. This screen is so amazing.
I can't see the green, Josh.
You can't. Well, you can't see the green. It's at the other end of the stadium. I saw the green earlier. I saw the green.
Oh,
but
Lord.
It's still, green and
Cool
gold
puddings.
is most definitely the one. Any more tweets, Charlotte?
Cool punnings.
Cool punnings.
Yeah.
Hashtag
So,
not
you know, we're at the end of period 1.
We are at the end of period 1.
And it's now, you know, we're at 3-0.
It's 3-0 down.
Yes.
But as we said, anything can happen.
Yeah.
And you know, it's
But
just,
like, tell us what you're thinking right now. Just keep the tweets going. Anything interesting, even if you're in the audience, what have you noticed? Anything strange or just
tweet us anything. As we said earlier, we want to hear from you. What are the hashtags, Charlotte?
What do you mean?
What are the hashtags? Tell me
What
the
are the
hashtags.
hashtags? We've got hashtag not Varsity or hashtag not Varsity 2015. You can try any of those. Just tweet us. We've got various people, mainly not Varsity, but tweet us anywhere.
And also get in touch with us directly at Trent_TV, at NSTV official. Keep tweeting in, you guys. Any other more Twitter? What is going down?
What is going down?
Although actually saying, unfortunately, we have to go back to the studio.
Yes, we'll be back with you soon.
But we'll be back with you soon. Thanks very much. Thank you, guys.
And there we were just hearing from social media, and they'll be getting a lot of tweets in, a lot of messages. And remember that you can get involved by tweeting at Trent_TV or tweeting NSTV at NSTV official. And we've just seen the end of that game down there. All the kids just finished playing, and they seemed very respectful in the end. No fights breaking out at all.
No fights at all. I suppose they were trying to teach their older teammates to remember there, because we've seen a few scuffles between Trent and Uni Oven this time, haven't we?
We have indeed. Lots of players smashing each other against the glass panels there.
Yeah.
If I was in the audience like our Roman presenters are now, I'd be very, very, very scared.
I would be pretty scared. And I tell you what, you know all the signs around here that say keep your eye on the puck at all times?
Yeah.
I see why now, because really the puck's been flying into the audience quite a lot, and it's kind of terrifying.
It's kind of scary for us as well, because that puck can leap out of the pitch at any moment and fly miles into there and come near us as well. And if that does, that would be very, very unfortunate for us
It would
indeed.
be unfortunate. I'll tell you what, I think we're safe here, and if the puck does come flying up, someone down there is really not doing their job quite as well as they could be.
Precisely. And remember to keep tuned to this Trent TV and NSTV broadcast, Nottingham Varsity YouTube channel, and get ready for the second period, which will be coming up very, very, very shortly.
And I'm looking forward to it a tremendous amount. I hope the Unioffs carry on their spectacular efforts. Having said that, I think you guys look incredible on the ice, and when I say that, I mean I'm loving the pink.
I do love the pink. The pink is a very snazzy colour for the ice.
It's a brilliantly snazzy colour.
But speaking of Uni Off being 3-0 up, remember this time last year, Trent were 3-0 up, and then Uni Off came back to win 4-3.
You're right, Unioff did come back to win 4-3. I'll tell you what, it's all in the game, you know? I mean, nothing's for certain. Trent could certainly come back with a win. I'm obviously not hoping for that, but I'm hoping our players carry on their streak.
I hope they. Well, I don't hope they do actually. I was about to say I hope they do that, but I don't hope that at all.
Yeah.
Now, Krish, I know you have a great knowledge of ice hockey films.
Yeah.
Have you understood the game of ice hockey so far just by watching it there? Does it relate very well to the films?
I have, you know, and weirdly enough, myself, watching from this point of vantage is very different from all the ice hockey movies I watch. Because normally the ice hockey movies I'm watching, it's about the coach in the changing room giving a very emotive speech. Maybe that's what's happening right now with both of our teams. Maybe it's the coach telling the players to rally together, go on, play that little bit harder and bring round the win for our team.
Speaking of emotive speeches there, could you give us the best impression of a very emotive, cheesy speech that we give to those Union players right now? I challenge you. I am.
Okay. Let me think of.
Look directly inside camera and give them the best speech you can.
Okay. Alright guys, series one's over. We're 3-0 up. But I'll tell you what, nothing will guarantee a win. You need to pour your heart and your soul into this match. You need to look down. You need to dig deep within and grab something. Look into your partner's eyes. Look into your teammates' eyes. Look at all the commitment, passion and positivity they've put into this game. Harness that, and I know you guys can win it for us. Go on, Union, you can do it. How was that?
That was beautiful.
Yeah, I stuttered a little bit, I must say.
I can't believe that. And the message for the Trent is just score more goals than the other team. I mean, like they're 3-0 up. It's not that hard. Just get as many goals as you can. Please. Because as we can see, the guy there on the machine is out again. He's our favourite person.
Oh, absolute rock star. I gotta say, every time he's on the ice, I get a little bit distracted. Because I think he's the rock star of the game. You know how like the bassist in a band is always the coolest? I feel like he's the secret bassist of the Varsity Ice Hockey series.
Now, there is a rumour flying around that that guy there on the ice is going to be overtaking Jeremy Clark's position on Top Gear.
You know what? I think that's great because obviously you can see he's driving that massive thing, so he's probably skilled in cars. But I would also love to see him maybe replace Zayn Malik in One Direction. Because I feel he's got the charisma and the uniqueness and really the pizzazz to take over this.
I'm not really sure because Zayn Malik on ice, I'm not quite sure how that would work.
I would love to see Zayn Malik on ice. That man is absolutely flawless.
If you think Zayn Malik can be good on ice, remember to tweet in at Trent_TV or tweet in at NSTV official just to get your opinions on that one there. I'm so
some sort of hashtag trending. Zayn on ice, maybe?
Hashtag Zayn on ice. You heard it here first on this broadcast. Remember, you are here at Ice Hockey Varsity 2015, the biggest match outside of North America for ice hockey. It's been amazing so far, hasn't it?
Nottingham is the capital of winter sports in this country, and I'll tell you what, the Panthers do us proud every single week. So whatever happens, I'm so excited to see both of our teams out there on the ice doing us proud.
It's absolutely great, isn't it? You can tell the crowd are thoroughly enjoying it, but the amount of chants that are going on as well. Some rude chants that we can't really repeat live on air, but there are some nice chants as well.
You know, TRENT, we are the Trent Army. Is that your one?
That is indeed, and it's nice that you know all the words to our chant off by heart there.
Very catchy.
Shows
I'd say
great
some
dedication.
of the Uni Off ones, but I don't want to start a rivalry between us right now.
No, because we are the best of friends after all, aren't we?
You know what, I'll tell you what, we've been talking a lot about the players, but the cheerleaders have also been doing an absolutely stupendous job. Let's see whether you guys have anything to say about that. I reckon we could head over to Charlotte and Josh right now.
Let's head over.
Welcome back to the Digital Hub. Charlotte, what's going on Twitter?
Well, we've got quite a few tweets. Decent looking game so far. Fair enough.
He's obviously from New York, that's for sure. Definitely not from Trent.
Trent will win. I like that enthusiasm. Really got us going there.
There's a lot of optimism here. I like this from the Trent viewers. You know, there's optimism. Keep tweeting in.
Where is your top from?
Who are you speaking to? I mean,
be a bit more specific. Why don't you hashtag it?
Hashtag, where is your top from? I like that.
Hashtag not Varsity, and then we'll find out.
Hashtag not Varsity, you might just find out. Right, let's go do some of the statistics and some of the history. So the last time Trent won ice hockey was in 2012.
Was it?
It was in 2012.
I'm testing you, I don't know, is it?
No, it definitely was, Charlotte.
No, it was.
If Union do indeed win this, this will be their third consecutive victory
at
ice hockey.
But Trent, it will be their sixth. No,
it will be their 7th win overall in the Varsity series. And that's what's so interesting about this game at this moment, because in the past, historically, Trent have always been stronger at ice hockey. They've had, so far, 6 wins, with the Union of Nottingham only having 4 wins. and that's what makes it so interesting.
It is quite, cinematic. By the way, sorry, I've just got this tweet. I know it's Wednesday night, but did our lads have to have a couple of cans before kick-off? And then hashtag NTU, not Varsity, Ocean. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's Ocean Wednesday tonight.
Everybody that's here tonight is full up. They're missing Ocean for this game, so you know it's important.
Is this the pre-drinks for Ocean?
Yeah, because they're going out afterwards. You do realise that they're going out afterwards.
Oh, I get it now, but I
Very
gotta say, this may be the pre-drinks, but non-alcoholic alternatives are available.
All right, Josh, that's not me.
You know me, I mean, okay, but I just have to say it. But yeah, that's the thing.
It's really
like this victory would mean a lot for Trent because recently they have not been as strong as the Uni of team, and this victory will mean that they are 7 wins. So it's all good. But now,
so now it's the basketball.
Let's roll the music.
Yes. I couldn't. Because
wait,
we're on. Okay, move.
Welcome back to the Digital Media Hub. Is there anything new on Twitter?
Yes. We've got. What is this? Where are both of your tops from? We can get tweets about tops.
I'm not sure we're allowed to endorse a particular brand, so but we might tweet you directly. DM us at NSTV official and at Trent. No, it's Trent_TV.
Yes,
it's Trent_. DM us, and we'll get talking. We'll get talking.
Do you eat clean, trade dirty? Okay, I don't even want to read that tweet.
I love all these completely.
You guys are doing great tweets. Yes, keep it coming. Keep it going. If anyone's in the audience, what's going on? Just tell us. I like ice hockey. It's fun. That's a light-hearted one.
Ice hockey is fun. Now, I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to bring this up. So, introduce the commentators. Right, I've just been told through my earpiece that we have to introduce the commentators.
Yes.
So we are going over to the commentators in just a second.
Yes, we are.
Hello and welcome back with us commentating here at the Capital FM Arena. We're still up in the woodwork and we're sat in what has been a very, very interesting first period. I'm just going to ask Tom and get his expert opinion on what he's seen over the last sort of 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and if there's any players that have impressed him very much. I mean, we've had a bit of a chat and there's been a few names that have come up. So Tom, who's impressed you?
No, I think for the Uni of Betsy, the goalie, has really impressed me. He's held on to his rebounds, made a couple of huge saves, and really kept Nottingham Uni in it. For Trent, Peter Burrai has really impressed me. He's tried to sort of push Nottingham Trent from the back. Also, back to Nottingham, to the Uni of the Bell, Atkinson, and Bradshaw line have been very effective out on the ice. Robin Mullen's been solid in the face-off circle. Nottingham Trent Ryan Rathbone has been really physical in front of the net, getting in front, trying to make things happen. I think Nottingham Trent have just kind of got to change their shooting angle a little bit. They've got to try and get inside the house and take some shots from there now. They've not really challenged Betsy as much as the other goalie. So I think that's what they need to do, really. Try and get the puck to the house a bit more. Maybe work it down in the corner and create a bit of cycling to try and move the Nottingham Uni defence.
Yeah, I think that's going to be very important going forward. I mean, the University of Nottingham has sat quite comfortably now with a 3-goal lead, and Trent really need to get out there and batter them early and really get some shots in on net. I mean, I don't really know what had been said by the coaches. You've probably been on the receiving end of some very good sort of inspirational talks. It might have been a famous Ferguson hairdryer, maybe a skate to the face of one of the players, but I don't know. What do you think has been said to the Trent guys over that break?
I think for the Trent guys, really, they've got to keep getting the puck to the net like they have been, but like I said, from the house, they can't now dwell on those 3 goals. They've got to put that to the back of their mind and go after it and go and try and take a goal back at a time. They need to try, and once they get the first one, then they can go after the second one and hopefully try and tie up the game and limit Nottingham Uni's chances.
I think that's going to be very important for them. It'll be interesting to see this next period, because it's all to play for really, because you need to set yourself up ready for the third period. You don't want to leave it too late to try and break back in, but the other thing is you don't want to go chucking everything at it and end up putting yourself in a worse position than you are. So I think this is very important for these guys that now really need to work out where they want to play and where they want to put that puck.
Now, as you can see as well, we can see the shots on goal for the first period. Trent had 21 shots on the Nottingham University keeper Betts, and Nottingham Uni only had 11 shots on goal, but they put 3 past the goalie there. So as you can see, it's quality not quantity at the moment.
So we're ready for the second period. The puck is about to drop and the players are back on the ice, so the puck's gone and we're off.
Now Nottingham Trent here are going to want to try and set the tone a bit for this period and go at them and try and be in control. But Nottingham Uni, I think, are just going to try and keep playing how they're playing, win the board battles, keep chipping it along the boards and going at Nottingham Trent.
Again, a very physical start, and even the ref there getting a bit of the action. It'll be interesting to see how it goes on. I mean, we've only had 2 penalties from each team, and tempers haven't really flared as much as we probably thought. It could be that a fight may sway some of the energy, and it might put Trent back on top. So we could probably see a fight in this next period, or maybe the third. And I'm sure these fans would love it, because hockey's notorious for its violence.
Yeah. As you can see, that line that I've been talking about is back out on the ice. Bell, Bradshaw, Atkinson, and you've just seen there Trent change their D. It looks like they put their top D pairing out against this line, which is a smart play there by Mike Urquhart and Callum Worthington-Evans.
There's a bit of a buffle there, just centre ice, just 2 players getting tied up, Jose Leon and Baby Starks.
Oh!
And Trent have come very, very close to just scrapping that in there. And again, Betsy stacked the pads and he sat up very well.
No, I think Glover could have kind of got to that puck a little bit quicker there and maybe took the hit to make a play, and he allowed Rathbone in front there to make a play. Luckily they got away with it. It's a good play up the boards, but Bell's turned it over on the offensive blue line.
Look, Norton just jumping on there, and he's looking very composed and almost like the leader.
Huge hit,
big hit
boy.
Just come in there behind the net, and certainly that has set Glover back a little peg or 2. Could be interesting to see how that one pans out, especially with Steeples on the ice. A big guy like that, we could see something spoil over.
It's a turnover again by Trent, but luckily the puck's gone over the blue line. Puck sent in deep now by Nottingham Uni. Bora is going to pick it up, wraps the puck round to Steeples.
He's got his head
Tips it along the boards now. But Christy Johnson-Brown puts it back out and dunks it back in. It's a good dump as well.
See Mullen crashing the neck there. Again, very tactically aware.
Uni are going to get the puck here, take it back behind the goal and break out. Trent are making a line change right now.
Oh, and there's
Steeples
a
went
good
for the
attempt
big
of a hit
hit
there from Steeples.
Steeples went for the big hit there, missed it. Looked like he hurt his leg actually for a second, but he seems okay. Obviously we want to see some contact in the game, but obviously we don't want to see anyone get hurt.
Again, another clear sign of a player not playing the puck here.
Well, that's a great move there on the blue line through his legs. And that's a good hit there by Christy Johnson-Brown. Just enough body there to stop the movement of Evans. And this is how dangerous the Nottingham Uni team have been. They've absorbed some pressure and they've come back the other way and then sort of thrown it back down Nottingham Trent's throat and created a scoring chance. Here goes Bell now.
So a bit of a problem there. We've just had 3 of the Trent players completely chase that puck to the far side of the ice, leaving a lot of space for the Uni of guys there. But just a moment of calm, they've looked up and they've regained their composure and a bit of a structure to their play. Again, very scrappy first 5 minutes, and they'll probably take a little while just to settle down and decide decide how they want to play again and find a bit of form. Again, the nerves have probably kicked in when they've not been on the ice, and some of them probably going through a bit of jelly legs at the moment.
Now you'll probably maybe see a few more breakaways this period as well, because the benches are now obviously at the opposite side, so forwards can slip in behind the defence here, so you might see a few more breakaways. Here's Radford on the puck now, stealing it from the middle. That wasn't a bad play there. And that's all it takes there. Nottingham Uni have just got to keep doing that now, getting the puck and chipping it out, nothing silly, not trying to overhandle it.
Trent fans trying to build the boys up a little bit, big chunk going on, and again the rivalry between the two unions is really apparent. Although we train with each other sort of season in and out, you can really tell who's who once you get on this ice and the game starts.
Good play by Swain there, headman in the puck. There's Rathbone on the puck now. Again, shoots it on that, looking for the rebound. Great defence by Babystock there. Almost failed there. Trent had a good opportunity there on a 3-on-2. Maybe that Rathbone could have lifted his head up and maybe hit the high guy there to put him into more of a scoring area. There goes Christy Johnson-Brown. He's got some wheels on him. Again, holds the puck in the corner. They're going to try and get a cycle going here, hopefully. There he goes, look, breaks the front of the net. It's a 2-on-1 in front of the net.
Just needed to get his head up a little bit quicker there, Watson. And Rathbone has just taken a bit of a hit there from Puller.
Yeah, Rathbone's not afraid to take a hit though. He's not one of the bigger guys on the ice, but he's not afraid to take a hit to make a play. Ooh. Potential tripping call there maybe, but it looks like the referees aren't allowing that. Which is kind of good to see. They're letting the game flow, they're letting the guys play the hockey he wants. And here goes Mullen on the puck now, she slips in.
Those hands.
Oh. She is a very, very talented hockey player.
Very nice move inside there from Mullen to completely take the defender out of that play.
She's really made the second line tick as well, winning those face-offs for Nottingham Uni.
A very good showing by Robin Mullen. Might even get some numbers from her later on. She's picking it up and she's looking to wheel it and get something going, but she just throws it into the slot there and unfortunately turns it over very briefly.
It'll be interesting to see now what Nottingham Trent do to try and get some momentum on their side, because at the moment it's a turnover behind the back of the net by Glover. Radford on the puck tries to throw it to the front of the net, but Glover blocks it and skates it forward now. Wasn't a bad play there for the bank pass.
Good pass there to come out to Babystock.
Again, you can see Trent trying to slip in behind the Uni of defence on the changes.
Yeah, I think you're right. We could see a few more breakaways in this game and get a few more one-on-ones going. It'll be interesting to see how the guys hold their nerve breaking through in front of this big crowd.
Good play by Swain there.
Machin just needs to get his head up a little bit there because he knew it was coming. He's just too busy watching himself. A physical game like this, you can't be worrying about where the other guy is. You've really got to keep your eye on that puck.
Good play by Bureye, strong on his stick there. Great battle there by Watson and Boy. Here comes Bradshaw now, he's on a one-on-one. It's a good save by the Trent goalie. Rebound.
Some clearing up needed there for the Trent defence. Again, goalie just a little bit unsettled. Just a little bit unsettled from maybe the three that we saw go past him. Didn't manage to hold it in the glove, and the defenders luckily have come in and cleared that up nicely. So,
big thing is he's made that first save and his defencemen have come in and cleared it up.
Rathbone with a forecheck there on Rob Puller.
Nottingham Uni really frustrating Nottingham Trent at the moment. They're not letting them get going. They're getting the puck, making smart plays, winning the board battles.
Very well set up and a calm pass there just to settle it from Rob. Bell's managed to chase it in deep. Potential icing call.
A nice try by Bell there to bank it off the back of the goalie. Here goes Christian. Oh.
Bit of a wipe out there, just coming into the attacking zone, but he's managed to hold the puck.
No call. Don't quite know what's gone off there.
Very, very late call from the ref.
Has it been a call? I'm not sure what's happened there. No arms have gone up. No, whilst we've got a little bit of a break, I said I'd give him a shout out. I've had a tweet from Mr. Varsity himself, Gareth O'Flattery. Thank you for the tweet, mate. Hope you're enjoying the game. I guess it's the first Varsity that you've not played in for a while, but hope you're enjoying it, pal.
Again, Uni of just picking up that puck and looking very calm and composed. Very calm and composed. It could be a case of the Trent tempers flying a little bit as they get frustrated with this very well set up University of team. A good wheel there, and Watson's picked it up behind the net. A big guy with really good hands. He could potentially pull something off there. And there's a bit of a chirps after that. Watson managed to get it into the slot, and he got something off on the goalkeeper. But after that, again, a bit of a scramble, and people just proving who they are, letting them know they're there.
Someone's blown a tyre there down in the corner, and the puck's gone in front of the net.
Loose in the slot.
Well played by the Trent defence, trying to get in shot lanes, but the Nottingham Uni players have got the puck back and are taking it back towards the goal. That's a nice pass tried in front to Mullins. Here goes McNaughton. It's a nice pass through the middle to Evans. It's a 2-on-1. It's a great stick by Babystock, but McNaughton's free. Shoots, and it's high and wide.
Very good shot off by McNaughton, unfortunately just wide, but some great play there from Trent. And maybe the
puck turned over in front of the net, but Glover's got a great stick on it.
First real chance they've had.
Yeah, that was some good pressure there by Trent. Kind of what they needed. Maybe McNaughton would have liked to have tested the goalie a little bit more and not gone high and wide, but a great opportunity, and hopefully Trent will start putting some of these chances away.
McNaughton looking very calm-headed here, giving guys a bit of a leadership, and this line looks like it could cause a bit of a problem, although not the first line. With a bit of leadership from McNaughton, Hidge, Steeples out, these guys could prove a bit of a problem for University of.
It's a great shot in front of the net, big rebound, the puck's free.
Just thrown on net really low there from Rob Puller, and it was a good shot, made good connection. Maybe relying on one or two guys to screen the goal in. It didn't happen as he wanted, but a good shot just to make sure the goalie's awake.
Another player that I've been noticing that's been having a pretty solid game is Scott Glover back at defence. Last year in the game he was one of the solid defencemen that they had, and he's been playing well tonight, making some really good D2D passes and starting the offence off.
Kirkland Evans then just having a little bit of a chance to hold the puck.
Rebound in front. Big save, Bell wide open in front, and that's a huge save. The Nottingham Trent goalie now bringing up some big saves for them, trying to keep them in the game. This is that line that I'm on about again, and I'm going to keep going on about it, the Uni of line.
If you keep going on, they might buy you a drink later, Tom.
Yeah, they might do. But they're the line that's ticking right now for the Uni of. And Trent have got to find a way to try and quiet them down a little bit, but
again, Trent really trying to break through and just get that puck into the attacking zone. They haven't really had the prolonged periods of offensive pressure that we saw in the first period, and it probably is really frustrating for these guys. I mean, they've got some very clever coaches and some very wise players, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes on.
Scramble in front, Bradshaw goals!
Another scrappy goal that's gone in, and another error from the Trent defence. This really needs to be cleaned up if they're going to make any progress. You got a feel for the goalie.
No, he's made a couple of big saves, and you know that's where his players in front of him have kind of got to grab two hands on their stick and get some wood on it and get it out.
You've got Betsy there absolutely enjoying that, really pumping the crowd up, and with the performances he's playing, he has every reason to. Completely different story at the other end of the ice, and you almost feel for this goalie.
Again, the thing that Trent need to do now is that they need to answer back. But the way Betsy's been playing and covering the cup, the big scramble in front of the net.
We could see some tempers flying here.
Well played there by Nottingham Uni. Came in and protected the goalie. Betsy needs to get out the net.
There we are.
Rathbone trying to mix it up a little bit.
And we've got penalties being called here for a very scrappy very scrappy few minutes, and we could tell that was coming. The Trent guys getting very frustrated, and that fourth goal just epitomises what they've been going through this period. 8 minutes 49 left, and they really do need to make some changes if they're going to make any more progress.
No, I think that's pretty unfair really that Uni are the only one being penalised there, as Trent came crashing in there. He could have taken both players there, but Bradshaw did the right thing there and protected his goalie. You know, when Betsy's playing this well, you don't need somebody coming in and hurting him and knocking his focus. So that was a good play by Bradshaw, a good penalty in my eyes.
We might see some more of that to come, and there's a really bad turnover there from Trent.
There goes Atkinson now driving on Burai. Just takes it wide. Now I was just about to say, I think maybe a big hit or maybe even a tilt, a fight to try and get Nottingham Trent going a little bit might be needed here.
It could be the case, and that would certainly get the fans behind them and perk this place up a little bit more than there already is.
Yeah, I think the Nottingham Uni fans are definitely enjoying the ice hockey a little bit more than the Nottingham Trent fans, that's for sure. It's a huge shot by Burai. He can really rip a puck at the moment.
Betsy just making an instinct save there. I don't think he really saw a lot of it, but he managed to chuck his body behind it, and he's done a good job yet again.
Yeah, Betsy's having a good game, and when you're hot, you kind of see everything, you swallow everything up, and he's keeping hold of the puck really well.
Very solid. Maybe another man of the match performance for Betts.
Yeah, we'll not jinx it just yet though. Another minute 22 left on the power play.
Yeah, sorry
here for
Betsy,
Trent.
we'll take that back. You keep doing what you're doing. Again, a Trent power play. This could be quite important.
Rathbone in front of the net.
And there's should probably
nice
have been a shot off there, but he's managed to keep it going.
Christian Jeremiah, big shot from the point deflection. Way to get the sticks in the way there by Nottingham Uni.
And they've wheeled it. Going to be picked up there. Again, it's really important for the University of Nottingham players here not to just get sucked out. The temptation as a player in this situation, when you know you should be sort of boxed up, is to really go out and chase that puck a little bit.
Referee's got
another goal line scramble, and we could see even more tempers flare.
That's what I was talking about, when everyone needs to be reading off the same book, helping each other out. You see there, Betsy makes the save, it falls out his glove, he's trying to get hold of it, and the Nottingham Uni players there all came into the crease there and helped out there to try and stop the puck going in the net. At the moment they're wanting it way more than the Trent players, and that's why they're 4-0 up at the moment. Now you can see Nottingham Trent are trying to get the puck up to the point, guys, and trying to get some shots away. It's a nice pass by Jeremiah.
And I think we're going to get a call for goaltender interference there. And it is Steeples. The big guy that's already sat 2 minutes might be seeing a bit of trouble again.
I bet he needs to keep himself out of this a little bit. He's playing to the crowd a little bit, you know, his confidence is growing. Going back to centre ice there.
No penalty called there, even though there was a little bit of afterwards between Steeples and Betsy.
Steeples doesn't seem to know if he's on or off the ice here. 25 seconds left on the power play. Maybe one more rush up the ice here for Nottingham Trent before it goes back to
that's a good breakout pass
even
for Steeples. They really need to just get these shots off from slightly better positions.
That was a terrific stick there. Burai now carrying the puck away, throws it on there. Again, it's a shot from the outside, and Betts is currently seeing everything. Steeples making his presence known and stopping in front of the goalie.
Almost the goon roll or the intimidator. Steeples could cause a bit of controversy later on, but we'll see how that one pans out. I think he's just enjoying the moment and playing to the crowd of, you know, nearly 7,000, 8,000 people.
4 seconds left in the penalty kill now. It's another big save. As a centreman there, you don't need to let your centreman get on the other side of you. Bell's got to do a little bit better there and try and tie him up afterwards.
So Tom, if you're the Trent coach at the moment, you've got 6 minutes left in this and we've got 20 to follow. What are you going to be telling your guys?
No, I think Trent have got to keep trying to do what they're doing really, but trying to get a few more shots in the house. They've got a long period of pressure right now. Again, they just need to try and keep the puck in the Nottingham Uni's zone, work it around, try and get it into the house, because clearly none of the shots that are coming from the outside at the moment are troubling Betsy, and he's not really giving up much rebounds.
No, very solid performance again from Betsy. He's covering everything. Anything that he's not covered, he's there to make the double in the second. Double, 3 saves at a time. And again, he's stacked the pads and he's covered it. He's doing very, very well, this player.
Now that's another good shift by Nottingham. Trent, to be fair, long spell of pressure in that zone. They've penned the Bradshaw, Atkinson and Bell line in, which is what you want to do. You don't want them in your offensive zone. You can keep them in your D. If you can keep them in the D zone, you're limiting their offensive prowess. It's a good draw there by Bradshaw.
As far as holding this lead, what do the University of guys need to be doing?
All pucks in front of the net, big scramble, but well played by Bradshaw. Zandy Cleaves with a big shot. And Bradshaw again, I think that might be his 4th block shot of the night. That's huge
pass there.
For a leader like him to be blocking shots. It filters down the bench. You see someone like that blocking shots, everyone else will start doing it.
Puller just getting tied up there by Jose Leon. He's still got hold of his stick, and there was seconds there.
Lovely turn by Bradshaw, up to Bell.
And there's a big hit there, both of them have hit the floor.
There you go, 2-on-2 coming into the zone. Christy Johnson-Brown with a block shot. I think Nottingham Uni, there's no point in changing what they're doing because it's working. Shot in front of Christy Johnson-Brown, it's a block shot. There's a
almost a goon goal coming off the bum there of one of the Uni players. But again, very tight in on that Trent goal, and the defence really need to work on clearing this out and getting a bit of composure, because as soon as that puck is in and around their net, they're showing signs of a little bit of a struggle, a bit of confusion. They just need to calm down and get it out really, and sort of regain a bit of composure at the back, because that's all they're lacking at the moment.
Yeah, that's a penalty there for Vincent. Didn't quite see what happened there, what he did. That's a penalty, and it's a huge power play here now for the University of Nottingham. They could really put the game to rest if they get one here.
But it's 2 minutes of board in there again, just showing the physicality of this game. Guys really want to make their presence known, as we've seen with guys like Steeples already.
That was a good block shot there by Swain. He's played a lot of minutes tonight. It's really a penalty kill that Nottingham Trent didn't need at this moment in time. They seem to be getting the game going a little bit, and we're on the front foot, spending time in their zone.
Big dump coming from the Trent guys there, so they can just regain that little bit of shape, set themselves up for another University of attack.
Christy Johnson-Brown bringing it up the wing. He'll be hard to catch, he's got good jets on him. That's good play there. Mullins will come in and battle for the puck now.
And still battling that puck.
Good play by Jaramo there to get it out, that was a good battle.
Trent doing really well at clearing that zone. And another attack just breaking it in. It's dumped in, but Trent have managed to catch it.
There goes Peter Boy, he's got the jets on, he can
and we've
really
got a 2-on-1.
And he kind of fanned on it. Fanned on that puck there.
It just didn't sit flat for him, unfortunately. That's shown through the shot.
Bailey Stock now, bringing it in the zone. He'll have a bit of time and space now as he's on the power play.
Can really hear the back and forth between the University of and the Trent guys now.
Here goes Bell driving the puck to the net. Mishandle hit the side of the cage. The puck's still loose in front of the net. Andy Cleaves ended up on his back. Bailey Stock throws it to the front of the net, and nearly a tip in there.
Muller picking it up just high of the point.
It's a smart play there, throwing it back down low.
Yeah, no shot from an angle like that.
Trent still basically killing at the moment because they've not got that extra guy out, but that's a good save there by Porter. No, I think Nottingham Uni have got to keep doing what they're doing right now. There's no point in trying to play defensive because what they're doing is working right now, so don't need to change anything.
Again, it may be a case of just trying to see this period out, regaining a little bit of shape and a bit more of an idea of what they want to do, a bit more of a focus perhaps, and then all to play for in the third. tempers have already sort of threatened to flare, and we could be rewarded with maybe a centre ice brawl between some players, which I'm sure would perk up that crowd even more. And there's a big hit there, big hit. Was exchanged afterwards, a little bit of banter between the guys back and forth, maybe something to talk about at the after party.
Yeah, obviously all these guys know each other and play together, and in this game obviously they're obviously playing against each other and trying to win here, so you know it's going to be a fiercely competitive game on the ice, but afterwards obviously they'll have a drink together and probably all still get along.
That's a massive hit there, and he took a good few strides getting into that. I'm surprised that the referee hasn't noticed that, because he's gone in a little bit high with his hands as well. Not something you usually want to see.
Nice D-to-D behind the goal there, and Nottingham Uni break out again like they've done all night.
Watson just taking a hit very well there from Juramo.
Again, line change confusion there, and Nottingham Trent couldn't get in the zone because somebody was already making a change inside the blue line. That's a good play there. And again, Christy Johnson-Brown gets back and covers back in D. Christy Johnson-Brown was injured last year for last year's game, so he didn't get to play. But he's made this Nottingham Uni team, even though they won last year, an even stronger outfit.
Got a penalty there coming for a big collision on the boards.
This is a big power play now for Nottingham Trent. 1 minute 28 left in the period. They really could do with a goal here.
A goal might set them up, just bring that deficit down slightly, set them up, put their heads in good stead for when they come out on the third. Again, a silly penalty, just a moment of sort of just wanting to get that anger out and that bit of frustration.
I think it looks like Steeples is back out on the ice, so you'll see him get back in front of oh no, they're making a quick line change. He's off the ice now.
Changed his mind again. Trent looking well set up from the outset.
Oh, that's a big block there. That was a high shot by Borai.
Oh, and a very good tip down there from I think Baby Stock, but just showing some great coordination to get that down.
I'd say Borai maybe needs to bring his shot down a couple of inches maybe and start hitting the goalie's pads a little bit.
Creating Cleves holding that there high.
Rebounds.
Manages to get it back to the point, and then again we've got a D-to-D pass.
That's just wide there.
Less than a minute left. We really want to see Trent get something if they're going to come out and have any chance of bringing this back.
You see Nottingham Uni keeping in that box shape.
Oh,
that's a big swing and a miss there. Banned on that puck.
That was a Hollywood
Trent
finish.
still had the puck. Oh, and tried to tip it in there out the air.
Maybe the occasion got to him.
Yeah, there's a couple of Trent fans around us in the commentary box, and you can see them getting quite frustrated at the moment.
You got a feel for these Trent guys because they're not playing badly, and maybe the scoreline is a little bit tilted, especially given the shots. I mean, looking from the first period, 21-11. That's a big difference, but none of them have managed to squeeze past a very strong Betsy, and that will make for a great second period.
No, that was a very entertaining second period and sets it up nicely for the third.
Yeah, great period of hockey, and there's a few afters there just on the bench, so we'll see what happens in the third period. Back to the studio.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into a 15-minute intermission now in the second and third period. Give the players one more cheers and leave the ice. With the score standing at 4-0.
And the University of Nottingham now 4-0 up.
Yeah, although I thought Trent was going to get a goal for a while, but I was just really confused because I forgot that they switched. Goalie switch off whatnot, so I was like, wait, is Union trying to help Trent here? What's going on? And then it registered.
Well, I'll give you a small reminder, Krish. And for anyone there at home, remember that Nottingham Trent are playing in pink.
Pink.
And University of Nottingham playing in green.
Green. You know, I've complimented you guys so much on your colours today. You think I'd remember?
No.
Guess
It's
it
got
just slipped my mind.
I know, I've got such groovy kit, but unfortunately our groovy kit is not helping us win any of the matches whatsoever here. Still 4-0 down, still haven't got a goal, didn't really even have a chance in that second period there. The goalkeeper for Union of Nottingham, Jonathan Bell, in superb form. There's just no way of getting past him at all, is there?
And are you going to celebrate after the game?
Yeah, probably. Go through.
What's your favourite chant to try and get Trent down?
It's got to be TRENT.
My personal favourite is I'd rather fuck my dad than go Trent.
Okay, so do you think that Trent have any chance of winning at this point?
No.
Not with 1 period to go and 4-0 down. No.
Their goalkeeper is really good though, but he's going off, I think.
Oh no, okay. Keep cheering for Uni off then, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
So, as you believe that Nottingham are going to win, what are you going to do to celebrate after this?
We're good. I think we're going to go for a few drinks.
Yeah, just down as many pints as possible. Probably.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds good. You've got uni colours as well, looking fantastic.
Definitely, yeah.
And is this the only varsity match that you're going to go and see this week, or?
It's the only one I have tickets for.
Fencing.
Oh, you're fencing. We're going to see fencing.
Fencing.
Guy fences.
Oh, okay, awesome. Are you any good?
I'm alright. I'm on the team to fence on Saturday, so.
He's really good.
Okay. So after this experience, do you reckon you'll come back next year for more varsity?
Yes,
We're already discussing our fancy dress for next year.
Oh, what's that going to be?
We don't know, but we have a year to decide.
Something green.
Something green then.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. So, what do you think of Uni of mascot?
Very good.
I'll tell you what, there wasn't nearly enough chat about my Zayn on Ice hashtag there.
I don't think there's any words about Zayn on Ice. I don't think that's going to catch on.
I think it's a brilliant hashtag. I'm waiting for it to catch on.
The thing that I find really interesting,
Yeah.
VP for Sports down on the ice there, Paddy Atkinson, has now scored more goals than Trent have scored in the entire game thus far.
You're really not being easy on them, are you?
I'm not at all. I do want to see some goals and I want to see them very, very soon.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see how our Kerry does for Unios right now. I'm wishing her all our luck. But you know, Unios ice hockey team is doing fine on their own, I forgot to tell you.
I know. We do need Paddy Atkinson to get on the pitch and make sure we start scoring some goals on the ice.
That's what's needed, a little bit of change in the lineup.
Indeed. And remember, you can get in touch with us by tweeting at Trent_TV or at NST official to get involved on Twitter. Remember to hashtag NotsVarsity. A big cheer going on over there because I'm not quite sure what has happened there.
Something pretty spectacular on the ice.
Pretty spectacular stuff is going on, it can be said. I think it's because people are actually scoring goals.
Maybe we should try and get Kerry on the ice as well. You know what? Let's see what you guys have got to say. We're going to head off to social media in a bit. Remember to keep tweeting in so we know what you're going to say. Let's head over now.
Let's head over.
Well, Charlotte, what are you thinking so far?
Well, obviously it's 4-0 to your team, so I can't really comment.
Yes, no, Trent, I hate to say it, but you are being beaten right now. You really need to put it out the bag. I mean,
There's still time, though. There's always time.
Still time.
They've got it.
Do you want a chocolate button?
Josh has brought his own snack here.
I have. I like buttons. What can I
Yeah.
have? Do you want?
We'll do that later. Do you know what would be a good one? If you could tweet us your favourite snack when you're watching a sports game. So even if you're here now and you're eating a snack, tell us what it is. We want to hear interesting snacks you're eating now.
That makes quite a good hashtag. Hashtag sports snack.
Yeah.
I like
so
that.
all you need to do is remember at Trent_TV.
Or at NSTV official, you know, that as well. So what's going on Twitter? Cheerleaders are going on now. I don't care.
making their way onto stage. Their cheerleading opposition this evening from the University of Nottingham. Please give it up for the Nottingham Knights!
Nottingham Knights.
Give it up for the Nottingham Knights as they leave the stage, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together one more time for the Trent Tigers and the Nottingham Knights. Another awesome performance from both sets of cheerleaders, and we'll see them again at Varsity football and rugby. Okay, we've got a few minutes left in this second intermission this evening. If you haven't already, get yourself out onto the conf course, buy your 50-50 tickets, sales for 50-50 tickets, been extended to the end of this.
Bravo, bravo, that was
absolutely fantastic.
Don't you just love it when they just fly through the air? You don't know what's going to happen.
Spectacular, proper superheroes those guys are.
Yeah, they could just possibly take off from that jump and just go flying around the arena and just go absolutely anywhere pretty much.
We've got to see something next year where they turn the rink into some sort of cheerleader-friendly performance platform.
Speaking of rink, we've actually been told by a producer that it's not called a pitch, that it's actually called a rink. So that is a big mistake by myself, but I apologise greatly for that one.
We're learning. I'll tell you what, I know the rules. I know that there are 3 20-minute periods. I know that
I feel
they switch goaltenders.
I feel like I'm almost like a teacher to you, Chris.
You know what? I guess these guys are probably laughing at us with knowing no rules. Shall we head over to Josh and Charlotte and see what social media's got to say?
I think we shall.
Brilliant. Let's head over now.
Oh my God, Charlotte. Of Nottingham Knights in complete sync as always. What did you think?
Look at the audience.
Oh,
I can't even see the audience, it's too dark. But
it's dark. What's going on Twitter?
Well, we've had quite a few tweets actually, I've written them down. Where do you keep the good whiskey? Someone tweeted that was Lee Middleton. Lee Middleton
in
tweeted
a secret location, that's the answer. But we're not drinking it at the moment, no. Non-alcoholic alternatives are available.
Someone, Hayley Lee the Tiny is watching all the way from Belfast. Well, I'm glad to hear that, all the way from Belfast. I hope you're enjoying our stream then, Hayley.
I hope you are enjoying the coverage. Keep tweeting in, #NotSparsity at NSTV official, Trent_TV as well.
So that's at Trent_TV and at
NSTV official,
yes. So do they have heated seats in the arena?
I don't know, but we are on fire right now with what's been happening in this game. It's
Do they have heated seats in the arena?
I don't know, Charlotte. I just don't know.
I don't know.
I think we should reflect on the statistics. So in the second period, last year, Trent were leading 3-2. This year we're leading 4-0. Right, back to the studio. Full game action. Catch us later. Goodbye for now.
Thank you very much for that, Charlotte. And just remember to keep tweeting in at Trent_TV and at NSTV official using the hashtag TrentVarsity and not Varsity.
Hashtag Zane on Ice. I really want to see it happen.
Krish is adamant and it's going to keep going. But for now, we do have an interview coming up with the ice hockey players from Trent. What will they say about the match that's happening right now? That was awesome. But yeah, we're still waiting for the third period to come along. The final period, of course, of this ice hockey match. Will Trent score 5 goals?
I mean, third time's lucky, I think it's the same. So in the third period, you might get something.
Perhaps, but I did have a nightmare last night.
Oh, yeah.
I dreamt that we were 4-0 down by the second period,
really?
and it's happened. And we're destined to lose now, apparently. But we're just hoping that some miracle comes along and saves the day for all of us, aren't we?
Tell you what, if your nightmare came true, I'm really hoping my dream came true, because I had a dream that Ryan Gosling was my boyfriend. So, as much as I'm upset that your dreams are coming true, I really hope mine comes true.
I think that Ryan Gosling is actually playing on the Uni of Nottingham team tonight.
Maybe that's why they're so energetic today. You can't really let the team down.
If that's any reason to learn ice skating to impress Ryan Gosling, then you should go for it.
Maybe we should get on the ice after the third period, though. Are you up for it?
May I just point out that I'm not intentionally impressing Ryan Gosling, I'm afraid.
No? Oh, come on. He's a beautiful man. Right, so tell me this. After this, will you do me a favour and watch the absolute classic, The Mighty Ducks?
I'll tell you what, I will have a look for it on Netflix. Yeah. If it's not on Netflix, then I'm afraid I'm not going to have to... I can't really do much with that, I'm afraid.
Maybe before, term ends, we could have one last show of friendship between Trent and Uni of, and we could have maybe a joint Trent TV and NSTV social where we watch The Mighty Ducks.
That sounds quite interesting. If you're interested in watching the Mighty Ducks with all of us at NSTV and Trent TV, then feel free to tweet us in at Trent_TV and at NSTV official using the hashtag NotSparsity, Zane on Ice, and now Mighty Ducks on Ice. Mighty Ducks on Ice?
I'll tell you what, it's never a good thing when someone uses the word interesting to describe an idea that you put forward, but I'm going to power through and hope it works out.
It must be said that all my ideas are very interesting. The players are now coming back onto the pitch now. We're getting very excited now for this final period. So stay tuned.
Absolutely fabulous. Let's see what happens. Go on, Uni up.
And come on, Trent. You can do it. Make that comeback happen.
Third period, all set. Well, it's been absolutely thrilling finish to this game. University of are coming out of a 4-0 lead, and it really is down to the Trent guys to get an early one to get themselves back in there. Again, bit of a chat between myself and Tom during the period break, and we've discussed a few names of who we think's been, playing pretty well. So, who are the names that have surprised you in the last period, Tom?
No, I think Trent definitely probably were the more dominant team in that period. Betts came up big with a couple of saves again. I'd say there was some good chances there by Burai again. He's taken lots of shots this game as well. again, I think when he's shooting from the point, maybe he needs to try and bring his shot down a little bit. It might create a few more rebounds and scrambles in front of the net. I think that's the only way they're going to get a goal at the moment, is with a scrappy goal in front of the net, a scramble, trying to pick up on some rebounds. But Betsy's doing really well, and you know, keeping hold of all the shots. Again, the shots this period, they've just gone. Trent have had 33, and Nottingham Uni had 20. So again, Trent are really out shooting the Uni of Nottingham, but again, it's quality over quantity.
So University of Nottingham are going to start with 30 seconds to kill on their penalty. Trent again should really try and make the best of this. Just setting up, finding their feet nice and early, getting some shots off. Again, they've been out shooting them all night, but Betsy is putting in a very, very sterling performance. And it's just going to take something maybe a little bit scrappy to break that University of Nottingham sort of defence down, and just let them drop their guard a little bit, so maybe Trent can squeeze back in.
It looks like Uni are going to kill off this penalty. Another good penalty kill by the Uni of Nottingham. That's a nice pass over to Rathbone now, and again it's a shot from the outside. So it's never going to really trouble Betsy in the form that he's been in this game. There's a broken twig there down on the ice. That's going to cost Christy Johnson-Brown some money. He just switched sticks with Bradshaw there. Bradshaw now will probably play in the middle. Oh, it's okay. The puck's now going to...
It's not like the pros. That's coming straight out of his student budget. Not something you want to be splashing out for.
Oh,
and there's a close one there with a very good catch.
Puck goes out to Glover, and he misses it. And here goes
the crowd. Love that.
Nottingham Trent now. It's a 2-on-1 in front. This could be huge. And a huge save by Betsy there. I think he took it in the head. You see there, he didn't bite on the pass and slide across. He stayed close to his post. That's a great play there by Babystock as well, taking away the pass so his goalie knows that he can stay to his post so he doesn't get beaten the short side.
Really has been the difference tonight, Betsy, so far. You see the amount of shots he's had to put up with, and still nothing has managed to get past him. Hopefully we can see him sort of see this game out with exactly the same form. It would be interesting, however, to see Trent get one.
I think Yaramo got tripped up there as he was breaking towards the goal, and it's... Oh, there's a goal for Nottingham Trent! Steeples!
And it has just leaked past Betsy. Maybe we did jinx him earlier, Tom, maybe that was it, and we finally broken him. But one goal on that many shots, you can't knock that.
Steeples there kind of just came out the corner and threw it on net, and it didn't look like Betsy was quite ready for it. It caught him by surprise. The Uni of players going over and, like, you know, giving him a tap and telling him to keep his head. Betsy seems as though he's going to put that one behind him, I think, but that's a huge goal now, and it really sets the tempo now for the game, because Trent know now they can go and maybe get another one because they've beaten Betsy now.
We've got a bit of a third period on our hands now. Like I said, that early goal, something a little bit scrappy, just needed to unsettle them, and the Trent guys really getting the crowd behind them. And we've got 18 minutes and just over left, and it really is going to heat up. The tempo, even from the face-off, a Trent win, and the guys are just getting that puck straight down the other end. A few periods of sustained defensive pressure, and you know what, the game could completely turn around.
But here go Nottingham Uni now, breaking into the Trent zone, and that's a big hit there as well on Simon Bell. Huge hit by Zandy Cleaves.
So two names I just want to briefly mention is Rob Puller has looked very strong at the back, very settled, playing a good physical game, and you know, apart from the odd pass that's gone a little bit wayward, he's been very solid in breaking these guys out. Another one I want to just touch on is Luke Watson, maybe a bit one of the ones that's gone a bit unnoticed, but he's kept his calm every time he's got the puck. He's managed to handle very well, kept some composure, and again he's created some opportunities for Uni of.
Big shot from the point by Babystock, just wide. Here's this top line now of Bell and Atkinson. Looks like Bradshaw's gone for the change, so they've got Mullins out there at the moment, who can obviously, we've seen, really play as well. There goes Borai now, flying up the wing.
Chip and chase hockey there.
Chasing him down. Pulls a spin move on the blue line and throws it on towards net. Probably should have thrown it down low there.
He just pulled out of that from the hit. One hand on the stick. Some nice technical stuff there. Not exactly what our coach would advise, but it looks good.
Borai is definitely the more talented, one of the more talented players on the ice. But like we've said, you can't do it by yourself. And he's played a lot of minutes tonight as well, so he's probably struggling right now because it's very, very warm inside the Capital FM arena here.
We have just had a Trent player go down on the bench looking either really tired or injured, and causing a bit of concern for the coaches. Uniov just needing to settle a little bit. Trent looking well set up. Oh, and that's a silly mistake that was nearly turned over by Watson. Got away lucky with that.
Yaramo's got to look for the pass up the boards there. It's a simple pass and he tries to go middle and fans on it. That's a nice drop pass back. And that's Burai again.
Oh,
shooting.
and he's just not been able to get that tip into the net.
Rathbone creating the screen in front but also blocking the shot. It's good work by Rathbone in front of the net though.
Puller again carrying that puck out.
That's a nice pass.
Making a brilliant pass and really setting his team down.
This is the thing, Trent can't throw too much forward here because Nottingham Uni have shown that they're very, very dangerous in the offensive zone and can put the puck in the back of the net. There's McNaughton on the puck.
Picks it up.
To the middle. That's a nice pass through the middle, but
again, Machin's just not watching. He just needs to get his head up a little bit.
Puck goes out of play and I think that'll be a face-off centre ice.
Certainly set for an interesting 15 minutes. 3 goals, definitely within the grasp. All the Trent fans getting behind their team now, and a lot of noise coming from the far side of that rink. Just 1 or 2 could really squeeze it.
Puck goes into the Uni of Nottingham zone. Again, Uni of Nottingham have been breaking out really well, and that's a nice pass and nearly created a bit of a problem there for Yaramo.
There's a nice dangle there. Not in the right place to be pulling that off, but
Betsy will freeze that up. Yeah, at this moment in time, they just need to be getting the puck deep, and chasing it down and finishing their hits. There doesn't need to be dangles on the offensive blue line. Like I said, you turn that one over and Nottingham Uni will come back the opposite way, and like they've been doing tonight, but they've been punishing Trent Uni. They've got to simple their game down.
Take it back to basics. Just settling on the puck and trying to get it out. Watson with a clever little tap there around the Trent defence. And he's going in now, breaking down the right wing. And a very early shot has just flown high and wide.
Seemed to hit one of the stanchions in the corner and pop back out.
He's not had a great time there. He's gone over and I think he might be injured. He's calling for a change. After his shot, he was a little bit off balance, and I think he just blew a tire and he hit the boards at quite a speed. He's gone to get up and he's gone straight back over, much to the pleas of the Trent fans. But
another penalty here. It looks like a penalty on Glover, maybe. See what it is. Again, Nottingham Uni kind of need to stay out the box because they're giving Trent a lifeline here. It's called in for a holding call. Which is a bit of a lazy penalty to be taken, especially when the guy's got his back to you in the corner. Kind of need to keep him at stick's length there and just kind of skate with him.
If Glover wants a cuddle, I'm sure there's many ladies out there that will hang around after the game. He doesn't need to be doing it on the ice. This gives Trent a real window of opportunity. I'm surprised they haven't taken a timeout and but a real sort of game planning, because this is now sort of make and break stuff.
Borai making the middle of the ice, and that's a good stick there by Atkinson, getting in the shot lane. Like I said earlier, that's what's going to win you the game there. Can't allow players who have a shot like Borai to get to the middle of the ice there, because it's dangerous and it's going to create problems in front of the net. Steeple's the goal scorer back on the ice again, hoping maybe that they can get another one off him. Christy Johnson-Brown has been solid at the back. He usually plays as a forward, but he's been playing defence tonight and he's done a great job back there for Nottingham Uni. There you go, Trent looking to enter the zone. Atkinson putting the body on, and Puller picks up the puck and he's going to rim it round again, and it makes it round.
That's gone right back behind the Trent goal. Needs to pick it up. Set up again really nicely. Needs to be a well-worked play and a shot from somewhere that can cause some risk. Could see a bit of damage here. Steeles has just picked that up and he's going to chase it with Watson. A little bit of a standoff. Two B team teammates there having a little bit of a chirps.
I think it's Chandler on the puck now, breaking into the zone. A shot from outside. Goes high and wide. Steeples trying to finish the body there on Baby Scott. That's it. That's the play they need to be doing there. Up and over the red line and overlapping chips, chasing in. Trying to put the Uni of Nottingham D under some pressure. Trying to tire them out. 26 seconds left in the power play as well.
Very calm again from Watson, just breaking it out and getting that dump so he can kill that penalty. Rathbone's been very lucky there to get that through Mullen.
That's an offside call there. He stepped over the blue line a little bit too early. I think that's the linesman Fraley there making the call. Had him ref a few times in the EPL. Very good linesman, to be fair. And it was the correct call. 11 seconds left in the penalty kill here. Bradshaw to take the face off.
Glover's already up, raring to get back on that ice.
Zandy Cleave steps over the blue line. It's a
nice
2-on-1
dig,
chance
to
pass to
Rathbone.
Oh!
And Betsy's got away with that because that went over the top of him. And
wow.
Members have completely flown there. Betsy losing his call a little bit.
I honestly thought that puck was going in, and you know Betsy made the save and it went over his head, and again they're all playing for each other there and getting inside the crease, jumping on the puck and blocking it. And that, again, that's the difference maker. That's what's going to be the difference between winning and losing in this game.
The refs just having a consultation now. Again, 4-man system being run tonight, so they've got an extra pair of eyes to help with making the calls. Somebody just came in a little bit late there and gave Betsy a good push, and he went flying from his crease.
I think it was Leon who came in right afterwards, and I mean, Betsy had every right to be mad there, but
unfortunately he got the wrong guy, and Rathbone was a little bit taken back when he got a push in the chest.
I think Rathbone would have liked to have done a little bit better on that chance as well, to be fair. It looks like the referees only called Baby Stock on the penalty, actually, which is
Rob Puller's going to sit that one, Tom.
Rob Puller, I apologise.
Which is strange because there was penalties to be had on both sides there.
And a penalty shot has been called, so clearly in that goalmouth scramble, one of the defensive players put their hand on the puck in the crease, which gives an automatic penalty shot. I think stops a goal scoring opportunity if you're wondering what happened there.
And Jose Leon skating it in now, going wide, really taking a bit of momentum. He's going to try and move Betsy, and he's 5-holed him, and it is a great goal from Leon, who jumps into these stands in an NHL-like celebration, and he's celebrated in front of the Uni-off bench.
Yeah, Uni-off won't like that. I'm a little bit surprised that a 2-minute penalty has been called on Puller there for the Uni of Nottingham. Really surprised, and that Leon, I think it was Leon who shoved Betsy after the whistle as well and didn't get anything there. Completely agree with the penalty shot. If the player's hand went over the puck,
I can't really comment. You big goal line scramble, and if the refs have called it, then fair enough. And he's skated in calm, kept his head, which is very important in a big sort of stadium that's going noise like this. 2-goal deficit now is all they've got left, and with a 2-minute penalty on, it really is all to play for. We could see an overtime thriller.
It was a lovely move by Leon. Fake to his left, open the goalie's pads up and slide it between his 5-hole. It's a nice move. Unlucky for Betsy there because he made a great save on Rathbone, and then his players kind of bailed him out. But again, like we said, they've got to try and now turn this game around in the last 12 minutes.
Big hit there.
And hold on, because they're still 4-2 up.
Steeples just holding the puck, trying to get a little bit of something going on.
That's a
and
good
it's
play
chucked behind
by
the net,
Steeples.
and it's hit the crease, and a bit of a scramble, but Trent have held it.
Great pass to Cleaves.
Unfortunately, that shot just come off very wide. Sandy Cleaves holding the puck on the point.
Again, this is good pressure now by Nottingham Trent. They're getting a bit of a cycle going, and it's working for them. It's a shot by Steeples, and it's wide. It's a shot that doesn't really need to be taken from there. You're out wide, you've got control of the puck, it's outside the area.
Again, it's those wide angles that aren't really troubling Betsy. You've got to catch him on the break and unaware, and the first goal was proof of that. And with a penalty shot, you know, you can't knock him for not being able to save a penalty shot. But you really need to be sort of catching Betsy off guard, because he's a man that's very on his game.
Yeah, he's unlucky to let in these 2 goals, to be fair, because he's played a very, very good game. And that's a shot by Dean Swain.
Pass back up to the point to Leon. It's a very, very high shot that's nearly tipped net bound.
It's a high stick there, yeah. Bad choice of shot there by Leon, probably. Like
when you're on that point, you need to be getting those low shots in among all the traffic.
Yeah, you're looking at shinner height, so it hits the goalie's pads. Easier said than done, though. We all do it sometimes when we throw it up a little bit high.
Rob Puller just trying to work out where he's going when this penalty is killed.
Yeah, they've got 30 seconds left on the power play.
And Mullen has turned it over, and a lovely bit of handling has seen her keep that.
Nice little one-handed toe drag there on Peter Bureye. But Bureye got back and made a play on her.
That shot's just got to come, and Betsy's again, he's got his hand and his glove up, but it's not troubled him, it's got high and over.
Rathbone driving the net, goes to his backhand, but Betsy stays on his post.
Bureye will pick it up and look to regroup for another attack. 10 minutes left and only 2 goals needed, and he's turned it over to Puller straight out of the penalty box.
Here he goes now, he gets his jets on a little bit, but Bradshaw's tracking him back. Maybe a hooking penalty there could have been called, but again, the refs have kind of let the game flow. The last couple of decisions have confused me a little bit, but overall they've been doing a good game, and you know, it's 4-2 now, the game's a little bit more interesting. Trent now pushing to score a few more goals, and obviously Union are trying to keep hold of their lead. 10 minutes left in the game.
As a defenseman, what are you saying to your D partners when
That's
you've
a great stretch
the
lead?
And there's an absolute crash there in front of net. Completely unnecessary, and there could be some injury here because that looked nasty. It wouldn't surprise me, but I think it's Steeples again. Another man who loves the occasion and maybe got a little bit too carried away.
Yeah, I think he was just driving the net a little bit, and you know, again, he's trying to crash the net, put Betsy off his game a little bit maybe. Steeples had already scored one as well, so you know, they're going to do anything they can now to try and set him off his game and try and grab another one.
And the crowd has picked up again. Trent win the face-offs. Andy Cleves nearly turning it over, but managed to hold it. And it's come off the skate and dropped straight into the middle of the attacking zone there for Trent.
Here goes Atkinson sending the puck deep now. Simon Bell will go after the puck behind the net.
Slowed down a little bit there. There was a potential for a big check.
He saw the numbers and pulled out of the hit. He didn't want to get a hit from behind the penalty. Working the puck down low now. This is where Nottingham Uni are really dangerous. That's a nice try by Bell. Moves the puck over to Babystock. Babystock shoots on net, and that's a tip by Johnny Bell in front. Not just Simon Bell, sorry. Good little spell of pressure there by the Uni of Nottingham. Working to put down low. Again, it's that line of Bell, Bradshaw and Atkinson, again causing them a few problems. Mullen to take the face off here against Leon. Loses it back. Borai throws
probably
it
one of the first she's lost this evening. And we've got Hidge breaking it out on the right hand side. 2 on 1.
Leon.
Got to finish that.
It's a great save by Betsy. Again, I think it was is it Puller or Babystock? Puller was the D-man back there. Another attempt on net. Puck thrown out in front.
He's gone for the wraparound and then passed it.
Again, Puller did a great job as a D-man there. Took away the pass and let Betsy have the shot. And the way Betsy's playing tonight. Oh, puck thrown out in front. The referee's blown it up. It looked like the puck was sat on the top of the goalie's pad there.
Bit of confusion trying to work out where that puck was sat. Fortunately, a player's come in and cleared the net, and the refs have blown that. It'll be interesting to see how these last 8 minutes pan out. 2 goals left. Perhaps a tall ask for the Trent team, but a couple of minutes of offensive pressure, they could prove capable of bringing it back.
Ryan Rathbone coming over the blue line.
Yeah, he's just overhandled that a little bit there and turned it over.
The game has really, really opened up now. Players are going to give everything they can for the last 8 minutes. That's a turnover by McNaughton to Bell, who jumps around him with some lovely hands. Yaramo on the puck, spins off Bradshaw. It's a nice play. Skating up the ice now. He needs to make a pass and lift his head
Good
up,
pass
and he does
there.
to Ryan Rathbone, who throws it into the corner.
Again, these wide shots, not really troubling Betsy.
Trent are making a line change at the moment. Put into the front of the net. It's a shot. And that's another save.
And now we've got a wipeout.
Yaramo there crashing the net. Not quite sure what he was doing down there actually as a D-man, but again trying anything they can to rattle the goalie.
Well, Betts has hit the floor, and you could even argue that it's a tactical step there to just break it down a little bit.
Pair of penalties called here, Bradshaw and McNaughton.
McNaughton doesn't really need to be taking these penalties at this time of the game, to be honest. As one of the experienced guys on the ice, he needs to be out there leading and setting a good example, but a 2-minute penalty and sort of crunch time is just not needed.
Nottingham Uni could really do with Bradshaw out on the ice as well. But, you know, he was protecting his goalie. It's a win for the Trent Uni. That's a good chance. He's thrown it back on front of the net, but the puck was blocked in the crease. Got a bit of 4-on-4 action right now, so there should be loads of space out there on the ice now.
Great glove. Great glove save there coming in. And Watson's in there to try and clear it up. Bit of a push and a shove.
Got a minute 44 of 4-on-4 hockey right now. Christy Johnson-Brown looks like he's taking the face off here, so he's moved back up to forward. Oh, could have been a turnover.
And there we are, we've got
Puller
a
on the breakaway.
And some lovely hands there by Puller, and unfortunately he's just been taken down.
That was some really nice hand, avoided the hit.
Oh, he's hit the board looking like Bambi on ice there, but
There goes
that move was worth it.
Weaving up the ice right now. Skate past one. Look up to
get that shot off.
It's a huge block there by Christy Johnson-Brown, right in the shot lane. Nice feedback, another shot to the point.
And it's a goal from Trent. A great goal. He's just managed to get a tip in on a shot in from the point. And again, Betsy couldn't really do anything. Scrappy, but a goal nonetheless.
It looked like the puck didn't quite make it to the net on the first shot and then was just sitting there, and Betsy didn't have a clue where it was.
Swatted out of mid-air. So now we are in for a very good 6 minutes. And that's 3 unanswered goals now from the Trent.
I think Zandy Cleves took the shot from the point, so he'll have the assist. I believe it was number 10.
Carlisle Mazankolski.
Who got the goal. He seemed to just swing his stick round and sort of bat it into the goal, into an empty goal.
All to play for now.
Still 55 seconds on this 4-on-4 now. Morai seems to rim it round the offensive boards. Vincent sends it on net. Betsy swallows it up.
The noise has gone up a level again as the Trent Army really try and rally them for that one more goal.
Not the Uni of fans have sort of quieted down now.
I'd be quiet if I just saw my team concede 3 on the trot.
They're up on their feet now, the Trent fans, trying to get them going, and Glover turns the puck over in the defensive zone. But Babystock picks it up and skates it out, and here comes Christy Johnson-Brown now. Got some jets going, but
good hit centre ice. Very good hit centre ice.
Bad choice there, cut into the middle, but he's trapped back Rathbone. And
another blown tyre.
Makes a nice pass out there. Oh, nice play. Atkinson now. Fires it on net.
Good leg pad save there from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he got across nicely, and that's a nice hit there by Atkinson. Uni fans now entering back with a few chants.
And a rebound coming off Betsy there, a little bit far for him to dive on. Just had to sit back and save that second shot.
Final 5.5 minutes of the game. Coaches are going to be making sure they've got their most reliable players out there on the ice, the ones who have been doing the job all night. These guys now will be really tired, really fatigued, but they'll be giving everything now for the final 5.5 minutes. Oh, Chandler kind of blocked off there by the ref.
Joramo picking it up and really trying to get some composure back in this Trent side. Steeples back on the ice, already got a goal this evening.
Oh, that's...
And it's been picked up by Joramo in the slot, and he's overhandled it again.
Simon Bell there with a great stick, and he's still going, rides the hit. He's driving wide, coming in on Swain, digs round. Great toe save on Chandler, the puck's still there, and a block by Dean
That's a
Swain.
great block. That's body on the line stuff there, and the Trent Army are absolutely loving that.
Mullins came in late there, took the shot. Oh, possible too many men call there.
Potentially too many men
Didn't
there.
touch the puck. Here comes Christy Johnson-Brown. He's got the Jets on.
And he's tied up.
Borai takes him out. Bradshaw tries to finish it on Steeples, but now picks up the puck, but kept the puck in, fires it on net.
Porter looking a little bit caught unaware there. He managed to get down into the butterfly and move, but it could have quite easily troubled him, that one.
And Bradshaw. Christy Johnson-Brown there in the corner, keeping it down low. Bad bump off the boards there.
Steeples just circling high.
That's
there.
a nice pass.
Really circling high.
Comes Leon, but great body there by Atkinson. Now, Atkinson was one of the standout players last year in the Varsity game, and he's certainly done the same this year.
Again, 38 points through 27 games is a phenomenal stat to put up as a Mav.
Well, I would imagine that if the score stays like it is, with about a minute and a half left, I wouldn't be surprised if Trent call a timeout to try and maybe set up a play. With a chance in front of the net, but Nottingham Uni clear it up and maybe pull their goalie to get the extra man out, because they need the goal.
Jeremo picking it up. And a very early shot on Betsy.
Oh!
Just dropped at the back post there. Could have caused a bit of trouble. Betsy looking a little bit more unsettled than we saw previously.
Yeah, I think confidence may have been knocked a little bit through letting those goals in, but he's still stopping the puck, and that's what the Uni of Nottingham need him to do. Here comes Puller.
Again, great performance by Puller, very
settled. By
settled.
Simon Bell.
Puller looping a little bit high there for a defenseman.
Steeples hanging high here on the blue line, trying to stretch out the Uni of Nottingham defence. Dean Swain.
Steeples. And he's just not got the touch there.
Johnny Bell trying to pick it up in his skates. He's going for a change, he's tired. Yaramo again.
These boys look very tired, and the pace has dropped a little bit, but 2 minutes 40 left. You really need to be giving it your all. Although that shot came from outside the blue line, it could quite easily have caused a bit of trouble for the Trent goalie there.
Here comes Atkinson now trying to break
good
the front of the net.
Good poke check coming in
well
from McNaughton.
Well played there by the defenseman. Connor McNaughton there.
Puck pinned in the corners there, just played out by the Trent.
Puck squirts out, but Glover keeps it in and moves it back down low. That was a smart play there by Glover. And again, he'll pump it back down low. That's a good play again by Glover.
Steeples just circling very high, almost looking for that, one-off breakout pass and a tight goal.
Final 2 minutes now of this third period. Trent breaking out with the puck with Zandy Cleaves, moving it over to Peter Borai, who just sends it in once he gets to the blue line. That's a good play there.
We could potentially see the third 4-3 victory.
Puck out to the front. Oh, nice effort by Leon on his backhand. That's a tough shot to do. Glover breaking the puck out. He just needs to get over the red line and get it in now. That wasn't a bad play there. It's a nice pass. Dips inside. Huge
And
save
it's
by
saved
Betts.
by Betts at a very important time for this team.
Down in his butterfly, kept that 5-hole closed and made a huge save. Some nice hands there by Leon. There's a stretch pass to Simon
And
Bell.
there's a one-on-one.
Simon Bell!
And the
Huge
goalie has
save.
stacked those leg pads and made a very, very calm save.
You got to think there's maybe a little bit of fatigue coming in now. That's not a bad try there by Simon Bell there, going to the backhand, but a great save. Hell of a breakout pass as well, sending a guy through on a breakaway.
We've got an empty net here now. Trent really try and just get that last goal with 30 seconds left on the clock. Oh, and Kirkland Evans getting a good shot off there, and the puck is falling out of the
Trent could really do with getting a face-off in the Uni of Nottingham zone here. Huge hit.
Big, big hit there.
And the puck is sent out with 10 seconds left.
That could be
There'll
all
be
she
an
wrote,
icing
Tom.
call. No, the game isn't
icing
over.
call there. To the disappointment of the Trent
No,
fans.
no, the game isn't over. The referee's sending them back to the bench. The clock still had about 7 seconds left on the icing call. So the game's going to be brought back, and it's going to be a face-off in the Uni of Nottingham zone.
A bit of a confusion there.
Real bit of confusion there. The guy who's running the clock down there didn't seem to stop it or realise that it was an icing call. Trent fans are throwing stuff onto the ice. I don't think they quite realise that the game's not over.
This is going to take a bit of clearing up and a bit of confusion, and Steeples does not like that at all. And we could see something here now.
Something might kick off.
Steeples doesn't like it. We'll see a fight now, maybe. Steeples really didn't like that.
Steeples might get ejected from the game, and maybe who he was doing it with as well.
Steeples giving it a good push, and these two might just see it off centre ice. Here we go. The gloves are off. It's spilled into the benches.
Lawrence Chelling on the...
Shelley's trying to pull the guys off and really separate that, but Steeples has seen red.
You know something, because of this happening, I won't be surprised if the ref just says game over.
And Steeples is chasing, absolutely chasing.
Steeples has lost his cool and he's been ejected from the game. He's out the game.
And that is all she wrote for Steeples.
Yeah.
Rogers, the other man there with the brawl that spilt onto the benches.
Well, it's definitely given it a little bit of something special at the end of the game there.
A tight finish with a nice brawl. Bit of drama.
I'm not sure if Rogers really wanted to get involved in that. Steeples kind of no-choiced him a little bit. Dropped the gloves on him. I mean, to be fair, Rogers stuck up for himself there and battled on. It ended up in the Uni of Nottingham bench. Let's see if the referee can get the handle back on this game. There's 7 seconds been put back on the clock. So like I said,
that icing call there caused a little bit of confusion.
Yeah, like
no buzzer called and no whistle was heard for a while, and I think most of the guys assumed it was over, but it was an icing call and they've made the right decision to go back. It's caused a bit of a hiccup and put a bit more life back into this place with every fan in this place on their feet. So with 7 seconds left, we'll see if Trent can really pull it off and take us to an overtime shootout.
Saw a few Trent fans leaving early, but they've definitely come back in now after seeing all that kicking off.
Some of these fans probably don't understand this going on in the icing call, but stick around for the next 7 seconds and you might be in for something special.
This is a huge face-off for Leon. He needs to win it. Throws it towards the net. The puck's behind the back of the goal. And that's all she wrote. And Nottingham Uni are victorious again. winning 4-3 against Trent. Trent showed a spirited fight back there to pull 3 goals back, but it was just too little, too late.
And a complete bundles there in celebration. Complete bundles.
Now you have to tip your hat to Trent Uni. They threw everything at Nottingham Uni that period. But again, it just wasn't quite enough.
And the University of Nottingham mascot is doing a victory lap already. And it has been a University of Nottingham win, 4-3. After a very, very tight match.
This is good to see now. The handshake will happen. What happened there at the end of the game will be left on the ice, and the guys will congratulate each other, and it'll all be put to rest until another year.
Very, very good performance by both teams. I'm sure there'll be some very tired bodies tomorrow. And the handshakes are well needed, and a few beers after the game together will put the Mavs back in good stead.
It was very, very good quality game. Couldn't have asked for a better scoreline really, and a better end to the game really.
Yeah, for a 3rd year running, 4-3 finish. And some of the guys didn't get much ice time, but it's not about that when you've made it to this team. Steeple's probably cooling off in the changing rooms. If he hasn't trashed the place by now.
He's over by the bench, over by the Nottingham Trent bench. Looks like he's going to shake hands with everyone.
So Rathbone skating in there, shaking the ref's hands, and the final send-off. In terms of hockey, Tom, we saw 3 periods of fairly good hockey. A little bit scrappy again at the beginning of all of them, but that's purely because of the occasion. And these guys can be very proud of what they've put out today. And for a bunch of guys, some of these guys haven't even been playing sort of 3-4 years, and to play a game of that standard is very, very good. So good show, Nottingham.
Yeah, real good quality on the ice. Some good goals, some good hits. We got a little bit of a fight at the end of the game. All round, it's been a good show for the people to watch.
So I think that's everything from us, really. We've had 3 periods of great hockey. Unfortunately, it wasn't the day for Trent, and the University of have prevailed. Some very good performances all around the board, and these guys will thoroughly enjoy going out and celebrating tonight. So I think that's all from me and Tom. I'd like to say thank you to everybody involved and the players, and we'll pass it back over to the studio.
Absolutely spectacular game there from both of our teams.
It was indeed. They came back, well, they tried to come back at least. Nottingham Trent looking down and out at 4-0 down, and they came back to 4-3, but couldn't quite find that extra goal in the end, very much like last year.
No, definitely. It was one of the most action-packed, fast-paced 3rd periods we could have had. Trent really, really, really did push. In the end, we managed to nab that 1 extra goal, but I'm very proud of both teams. They played incredibly.
We are indeed. It did get a tad aggressive toward the end, to say the least.
I forgot how crazy it got. Yeah, we did see loads of stuff getting shot to the rink like last time. Maybe not quite to the extent.
You can imagine it does get very aggressive down there. It's very high intensity, isn't it? And those players, they've done very well for themselves, but unfortunately...
Absolutely incredible.
And pitches can get quite high, obviously.
Yeah.
Social media, 10 seconds.
You know what? I think I want to hear what all of these guys have to say about what they thought about Varsity. We should head over to Charlotte and Josh and see what social media's got going on.
Over to Charlotte and Josh. Let's know what's happening.
What a match, Charlotte.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Well, you don't want to talk about it? Well, I'm going to do just that. Okay, so you're right, they have won this match. This means it's their 3rd consecutive ice hockey win.
It was a close match, may I just
It
add.
was. Trent, I got to say, Trent did catch up very well. Interestingly enough, it's the same score as last year.
Is it?
Very interesting match, 4-3. Very
yeah,
interesting.
that's what I mean. It just keeps coming closer. Next year it's going to happen. I just want to say, we've had quite a few people tweeting in from different parts of the world. We've had someone from India who's supporting 2 classmates. Texas, so that's where else have we had? We've had people from Spain.
California.
Oh yeah, of course. We've got Fred Larson. A big shout out to you because you're all the way from Long Beach in California.
Thank you for tuning in. I hope
for your lovely friend Claire 98?
Yes, yes. What? Actually 91. Daniel Atkinson 91.
Yes.
Good varsity program.
I hope you enjoyed the game. I hope you're happy because
yes, everyone on their year report, thank you so much for tuning in. I just got to say, thank you so much for tuning in. That's wrapping up. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good night, Charlotte. I love presenting.
See you soon.
See you soon. Bye. Oh, I love you, Charlotte.
Thank you very much for that, Charlotte and Josh. As you can see on the pitch now, the teams are celebrating and lifting up the trophy. University of Nottingham have won the varsity ice hockey, making it 6-1 now in the series.
Yeah, indeed. I reckon Trent's still got a lot of things to show. I'm excited to see what the rest of the series has to offer. I think we've got rugby coming up, we've got football coming up, we've still got a bunch of things to watch.
Look out tomorrow. The big one is going to be the volleyball tomorrow. Make sure you're keeping up with that. Keep up to date with it on our Twitter at Trent TV, and also keep up with it at NSTV Official. Isn't that right?
I've been Chris from NSTV.
And I've been Billy Taylor from NSTV. Thank you. Not only from NSTV. Sorry about that. I've been Billy Taylor from Trent TV. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for watching, guys.